Well, hello everyone. How's everybody been? How's everybody Saturday doing today? That does not make sense, Emmy. What the fuck are you talking about? How's everybody Saturday been? That's more like it. A better English, proper English. Let me go through the list and go ahead, excuse me. Say hello to everybody that's been coming in. Nerd Witch, welcome. Christina Bell, what's up? What's up? We got Gail, we got Gemma. We got Too Cool for Banshee. We got Donna Ranky. We got Kay Southern Charm. How is everybody doing this Saturday? We got a bunch of lurkers going on. Ooh, Donna Ranky is in the house also. How you doing, Donna? Skinner, what's up? What's up? One of our Canadian friends. Okay. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Pam Pam's been a member. She goes, I'm crazy. She's been a member for 9 months. Thank you, Pam. That's amazing. So tonight, what we're going to do is, this is a PSA for the paranormal. I'm going to be talking with this guy. I just kind of met up with him. I've known about him, but, we've just kind of like met up and then started talking, and finding things out. And he's tired of being quiet about everything. So much. Hey, Dreads, what's up? So much been going on, so much he knows, and so much a lot of you need to know and understand. Hey, Pamela. I know a lot of you are friends with other people. That's okay. That's okay that I don't get along with, or people that I don't like. That's okay. But this is what some people need to know, what some people do to their children or with their children for money. But anyways, I have Vinny. You guys have probably seen him around. I'm not convinced. He's been in a few of Howard's chats and stuff. So, yeah, Vinny.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. So this has been a long time silence, I guess you want to say.
Yeah. What, about 2 years now?
Wow.
A little over 2 years.
And this person you've known for like 8 years? 7, 8?
Yeah, I knew them since 2015, 2016, somewhere around there.
Okay. 7 years about? Yeah. Oh, wait, 6, 7. Yeah. Somewhere around there. I can't add. You did a video the other day starting to get stuff out there. And you have receipts. How do I want to begin this? Like,
I guess the best way to begin it is just to start at the beginning.
There you go. Thank you. Yes, let's do that.
The downfall, as some people would probably call it, of our friendship.
Yeah. Oh, you were friends with this guy, like.
Yeah, we were solid friends. Yeah, me and this person were solid friends. I mean, I used to go hang out with him at his place of business. He had been to my house so I can give things to his kid. I have been to his house, not the last address he had when he lived in Florida, but the address before that. I had been to that house. He'd sit there and show me his collection, the whole nine. We talked a lot on Facebook, and full disclosure,
Hey, girl.
and you already know my feeling on it. I don't doubt anything with the paranormal. I was just never really had, it was just never my thing.
Yeah.
So, but even with that being that, I knew he was in it, and I would always be in his live streams, watching his videos, commenting, supporting your friend.
Being a friend.
As much as possible, to the point where it was like they all knew who I was. He would mention me constantly. He still has videos up where he's mentioning me and what a great friend I am.
Hey, Jenny.
So,
Jenny Love is in the house.
Yeah. I know him when he had, before he broke like 10,000 subscribers. I knew him.
Wow.
So it goes back. It goes back before Omar and all of them.
And I'll let you guys know now who we're talking about. That way you don't sit there and wonder. And you guys know I've had a problem with him. It's Jody. Mr. Hunting the Dead himself. And there's a lot of videos he's been putting out. the stalker. So I figured that stalker was Alicia's son. And you can verify, you can say yes because
Because I spent quite a few weekends at his new place of business, we'll call it, the mansion. When I was seeing that girl, we'll just call her Jay, because her, I just don't want to mention her totally by name, but Jay, you know, that she's been, anybody that watches them knows her. That was the girl that used to be like, I'm possessed and all this other stuff on his videos. This is long before Sam and all that stuff. She was like one of the first people on his videos that, you know, I'm possessed and all that nonsense. So yeah, it goes. I stayed in his house. As far as me believing that's the stalker, is the kid would hang out with me while I was fixing stuff in Jody's mansion for him. So I know the sound of his voice. I know the way he carries himself. I know the way he walks. I know all that about that kid. So I know for a fact that that's the stalker. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I watched enough of those videos to be like, that's the son. Yeah. I'm not going to say his name out of respect for the kid, but that is the kid. There's no doubt about it. There's absolutely no, I would bet my soul, my life on it, that that's who it is.
And you know what upsets me about that? I mean, it's all good, you know, get your kid involved in your videos if that's how you want to be. I'm all for that, you know? Be transparent about stuff. And I get it, he's doing it for entertainment. But he was throwing a Cash App out there.
Yes.
For the stalker.
I agree with you. I had a huge problem, and it was so hard for me to stay quiet when I seen that video. I was like screaming in my house, like, I can't believe you would do that. Wow. I couldn't believe it. Like, this is what you're doing to your fans.
And
you know,
I was trying to say it, and then, you know, we'll get to a bunch of stuff. I'm just going to be random shit when I'm throwing it out there.
That's fine.
There was wait, let's go back. He was trying to get your ex-girlfriend to be in a movie he wanted to create, or get her into something.
Yes, absolutely.
I got that. Hey, Willa.
For the lack of better words, it was porn. Wanted to do porn. Yeah, he wanted to do porn, and I'm seeing some striking resemblances to what he tried to pull now, as opposed to 2 years ago. But we'll get to that later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he definitely he tried to get her to do porn. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about, you know. I've spoken to his mods about it. I've spoken to her about it. I showed you receipts.
Yes.
This way, you knew that I wasn't lying. In case somebody tries to come back at us, we can produce them.
Hey, Thomas.
Yeah, he totally. If we got a minute here, I'll just tell you how that went down.
Hey, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. If anybody hasn't watched my videos, I'll just explain it now. I'll give you a real quick rundown. Jody reached out to me, asked me to come to Georgia to meet a girl. Introduced me to said girl, which was that girl Jay. We struck it good. Like, for some reason, we connected real fast. In about 2 weeks' time, Jody started being all quiet, he wasn't talking to me no more. Neither was his wife. You know, they just weren't talking to me anymore. And I couldn't understand why. I did nothing. I fixed things in that house for them, the haunted house, the whole nine, blah, 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 whatever. And then suddenly that girl called me crying. And that's when she explained he wanted me to do porn. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. In the very beginning of it, because this person, he is that guy. He portrays one thing and then acts a completely different way when he's on camera. But I honestly believe that the way he's on camera is his real personality. The way he acts in personal life is the actual fake Jody. Because I would have never thought, I didn't even believe her in the beginning. Like, why would my really, really good friend do this to me? Like, there's no way he would do this. And then sure enough, she started texting me, and then she got more into detail, and then that's when I believed her, of course, because there was just overwhelming evidence. The way him and his wife were acting towards me, what they were doing to isolate her, certain things they did during the demonic possession videos, which me personally, it looks like they were almost like vetting her to see how far she would go.
I want to cut you off on this. So this Jay, where did she come from, and why were they, here's my air quotes, helping her out?
Okay. Here's the thing about this girl. She had a substance abuse problem, and it wasn't alcohol. It was drugs. So they came to Florida and told her, we'll bring you back to Georgia, give you a place to stay, you can find a job over here, you can help with the house, and we'll help you get back on your feet. So that's what they told her. She initially had kickback on it. Jody then gets an idea of like, well, I know you're kind of by yourself and all this other stuff. I have this really good friend that's got his life together, and I think you would really like him. So she said, okay. So she went to Georgia. So essentially, he used me to help get that girl there. And I feel horrible about that because I had nothing to do with that. I had no idea that's what happened.
She was trying to get her life on the right track.
Yes. And they told her that, yeah, we can definitely help you get your life on the right track.
Wow.
Which was the complete opposite, because me personally, you don't start then feeding said girl. First off, you don't give somebody who has a substance abuse problem a bottle of wine and then start filming them and in that film, they're half naked.
There you go. Now you can continue with the film. That's why I want people to know, a little about her.
Yeah. They spoke to her, not Alicia, but Jody had spoken to her and started slowly, the same way he did with Sam, kind of bringing her into the videos, little at a time,
Yep.
until they did that whole demonic possession videos, which was a 2-part video. And ironically, he tried to get rid of the one where he got her drunk and she's only wearing a tank top and like shorts. He tried to scrub that from the internet, because when the porn thing came to me, of course I got mad at Jody. I made those videos 2 years ago, and that's when he went back and he started scrubbing Jessica off YouTube, except for like the one demonic possession video that he left there where she wasn't like drunk and half naked.
And you were getting a nice feel for this girl, weren't you?
What's that?
You were getting a nice feeling for this girl, weren't you? You were getting feelings for her.
Listen, I'm a tough dude and everything like that, but even talking about this gets me all teary-eyed. It really does. Because I really did like this girl a lot. I mean, I treated her like a freaking princess.
And I'm so sorry to bring that up.
No, it's okay. I get it. Whatever. It is what it is.
It shows the love you have, and
I have so many photos that I won't share on here. Of course, I'll share with you personally, where I've taken her away. Like, I'd go there on the weekends, and I thought I was doing the right thing here, because I met a wonderful girl. I know that they were all still living in that house together, because before he bought his other house up there. So I figured, okay, instead of me kind of being like a sixth wheel or something like that in their house, I'll take her and we'll go away for weekends. I have pictures of her like sitting on the hood of my truck in country fields, and like us going to really like cool little restaurants and taking pictures in front of all kinds of places up in like Alabama and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I take her away for the weekend, and it was fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. I had an absolute great time with her. I really did. Until, all that happened, because it completely just tore everything apart. Like I lost everything, and I lost that friend. I lost other friends that I had that were connected to him. I lost the girl. I
A lot of
literally
people
lost
didn't
everything.
believe you over all this, did they?
Yeah.
That's just fucked up. I'm sorry. My heart goes out to you on this, and I've seen how Jody screwed other people over.
Well, here's the thing. And it's not the thing that hurt the most, because the thing that hurt the most was that me and her just, it completely destroyed everything, and I lost her. That's the part that hurts the most. The only thing that did hurt, like I said, is that they all, because this person has a voice and he's popular and everything like that, everybody completely shut me out or tore my name down and believed him. And I couldn't understand why everybody was believing this dude. I mean, I get it. Like I said, he's popular and they're his fans or whatever, and I get that, but it still hurt.
So how do you think he became popular? Jay's messing with buttons and knocking us all around the screen.
I'm doing my thing and you're interfering, babe.
Oh, sorry. Oh my God.
Leave the producer alone.
I'm sorry. Should I be touching buttons?
You're doing great, buddy.
But you said you were friends with him even before he started becoming popular. So you knew how he was. I hate this view, babe. Oh my God. I feel like, hi, I'm all up in your face. No.
Ever watch a news show? It's only for a couple of seconds. Mind your business.
Wow. Okay. So, what kind of person was he, like, behind the scenes, without
behind the scenes? Listen, I'm not going to say that he didn't act like he was a great guy. Like he was a good dude and he was a solid friend, because he did act that way.
Okay.
He portrayed himself as like, I got your back. Like, no matter what, dude, I got you. I got you. I got you. He portrayed himself as like this soft-spoken, caring person. I'm not going to lie. That's exactly the way he portrayed himself. And when I would watch his videos and see how he portrays himself in his videos, I'm like, who's that guy? Like, that's the dude I would never be friends with, because he seems kind of weird and kind of like aggressive and sometimes a little creepy sexually.
I've seen his other
creepy.
Videos, yes.
All that nasty talk that he does, when you see it on the show, he didn't do that like in our personal lives. He never talked that. All the yo shit and all that didn't exist.
Really?
Like, yeah, he's not that guy. He's absolutely not that guy. So, but again, I understood.
Did he get a young crowd and started talking like this young hip hopper?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. Which is kind of sad, because he, like, yes.
All right.
He tries to pull in the younger crowd. So he tries to make it seem like, oh, I'm cool and I'm relevant and da-da-da-da. And
give me a minute, Emmy.
Okay, you can still ask some questions too, because
let me get out of here.
Oh my God. He just got himself off. So, let's go to the mansion part. Oh, I hit my mic. Go to the mansion. And you're an electrician, you said? Or what are you?
I do electrical. I'm an electrician, and I'm also like low voltage security, cameras, stuff like that.
And there was an issue at the mansion.
Yes, the fire trap. That's what I call it, the fire trap. I don't even understand how they let that place stay functioning as an amusement. Because I do fire and security. I am certified. That's a FASA certified. Nice. That's exactly what should be going off in his house, but no, it don't. Yeah, they had the fire department called a couple of times because they smelt smoke and there was electrical issues and this and that. So one of the times I was up there to see my girlfriend, Jody had asked me, hey, you're an electrician by trade. Could you fix a couple like the receptacles around the house? So I said, yeah, just pay for the receptacles and I won't charge you a dime. I'll do it for free.
Right.
And I did. I spent the whole day going through his house, looking at the electrical panels, doing all, whatever he needed me to do, I took care of for that day. And that's how I found out about like how bad that place is. Like, you know, I wouldn't leave my family in there, or I certainly wouldn't have guests in there, as far as like, it don't pass code.
It was a death trap, basically.
The place most certainly is a death trap. And if I know him, he thought like fixing a couple of receptacles would fix the problem. And I had told my girlfriend at the time, I'm like, it's a lot more than the receptacles. Like, you have cloth insulation. They haven't had cloth insulation in like the last like 90 years on cabling. When I was trying to fix things, like, the insulation was falling apart.
Wow.
And I told her, I said, this is not good. This is dangerous. But, and she told him about it. Dust. But of course, you know, he's not going to spend money on something like that.
Right.
Now, in all fairness, I haven't been there in 2 years. Could they have gone up and did something with it? Could he have revamped it, remodeled it? He could have. I don't know. I can't say that he didn't. I just know at that time, that first Halloween, like, there should have not have been people in that house.
Wow.
Like, there certainly should have not have been people in that house. Like, because it did not pass any kind of fire or electrical code or whatever. But his house is in an area where, like, you know. Exactly. Like, the fire marshal, the police guy, the mailman, like, they're all cousins.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
You can literally buy the property next to his and just, no permits, just build something. And as janky as it is, nobody will ever say anything to you. But with that being said, haunted houses, any kind of amusement where the public pays to go into, there are actually codes for that.
And you don't think that house was up to
I most certainly do not think that house was bad. It would not pass it would never pass any kind of inspection. There's no way in hell.
Okay, so let's get back to Jay.
Hmm?
Not my Jay. Was Jody always looking for a way to make a quick buck?
Yeah.
Dollar?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That man never stops looking for a way to make $1.
Now, I know of the Walmart incident. Was it his youngest son that got hurt at Walmart?
Yes. And this is all public record. There's nobody's, like,
Yes.
you know, there's not defamation or anything like that. And I'm not saying whether what happened was true or it wasn't, but it don't take a genius to put the dots together that a case was won for a certain amount of money, which is public record, and then a house was bought for a certain amount of money.
But that was that wasn't his.
Yeah, he didn't get hurt. That was the kid. That was the kid's money. That was his son's settlement.
Everybody knows I have a problem with this when people are taking advantage of their kids or their grandkids, whatever it may be. This was his youngest son's, right? The youngest son that got hurt, or was it the oldest? The youngest son. So that money that was won from a lawsuit should have gone into a savings or something for the youngest kid. Trust fund. There, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, for college or something like that later on down the line or something like that. Yeah, I mean, listen, as his guardian, he can do whatever he wants. But to a responsible parent, you want to always invest in your child's future. And if if the case was won because of him, I mean, as a good parent, I would have put the money, in a trust fund for college and already had college paid for, and that would have been it. Yep. You know?
Definitely. I agree with you on that. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in chat that will agree with us on that. What do I got popping up here? Hold on. So go ahead and tell us more about that video.
There's more.
Oh my God. That video. Okay, I got. Okay, let's do this. How many times has he been sued, or has he sued somebody? Just try to get a quick buck. Actually, better yet, let's change this.
You know, the Walmart thing. Honestly, I can't speak too much on that because again, I don't live in that man's life, and
Right.
probably, once or twice, plus like all the times he's ever just, outright just said he was going to sue people. And
And
typically it was to try to stop them from talking for the most part, which
and
ironically he never tried to do to me. He just hoped that I would
thank
go
God.
away because, again, I have the receipts.
Right.
This was not hearsay.
And I know of a case with one of my good friends. I consider her a sister. What was he trying to do to Patty?
I never really got that involved into that, but one time when I was up there for the weekend, and it was right around Halloween 2 years ago, something was going on with his lawyer, and he was switching lawyers or whatever he was doing, which to me
Yep.
just seemed like a shell game to try to stall.
Yep.
And her name did come out of his mouth, and he told me to my face, she will never win. I will keep on stalling until she's broke and her family has to be homeless. Oh, wait, his exact words exactly were, by the end of all this, that BITCH will be the reason why her family is homeless, because I'm going to stall it and make it last that long. Like, he told me he was stalling the case, probably assuming that person's lawyer was so expensive and you had to pay so much by this, and that part of the case, that he thought that she'd be broke and homeless and he'd win by default.
Nope,
which we all know wasn't the case.
She got a hell of a lawyer. I can honestly say that. And, that for him to try to do that, and Patty's raising her grandkids. So again,
that's what I couldn't understand. I could not understand that. And I always made it a point never to get mixed up between the two of them. At this time, I wasn't really like friends with her or anything like that, but I knew of her.
Right.
I've seen her stuff. I knew them when they were close and they were cool with each other, and I seen videos of that. So I didn't understand why it went that way. I just knew I didn't have a reason to like try to go at this lady. Well, first off, I'm not going to go after somebody just because this person, that person starts saying something to me. Unless that person comes and says something to me about me to my face, I'll wait till that day comes. But I'm not going to just jump on board and attack somebody because of, whatever.
Makes sense.
And to be quite honest, by that time already, although I was still friends with Jody, now it's a couple years later, I see how the man operates. And thank God, thank the heavens, I was always smart enough never to give Jody much personal information about myself.
There you go.
I would let him sit there and just bump his gums about his own stuff. Which is why I know everything I do, because I was smart. I knew how he operates. If you say blue, he's going to tell 80 other people you said blue. But he'll say bluish green and change it up. So I just sat there and listened to him. So he couldn't attack me on, well, honestly, God, I was always just a go to work and take care of my family guy. I never did drugs. I never did alcohol. I don't steal. I don't do any of that stuff. So it's like, what were you going to come at me with? But I still knew enough to not let him I never gave him personal facts about me. Like, oh, this happened to me when I was 6, or that happened with that person. If I had an issue with somebody else, I didn't tell him, because that's the worst thing you could possibly do.
He doesn't keep his mouth shut, does he?
No, he does not keep his mouth shut. And the sad part about it is half the stuff that comes out of his mouth is just absolute baloney. I'm telling you, I know from personal experience. I've watched him tell me 2 different stories before.
I have a big mouth!
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I know things about certain people that were involved in his YouTube channel, partners, friends, whatever you want to call it. That man told me stuff about that person, which I should have never known. And to this day, I still keep it to myself, because it's not my place to say anything about these people. But I heard from him, Jody, directly, oh yeah, this person, this person, that. The girl Jessica would tell me stuff, oh, Jody's over here saying this and this and this and that about this and this and this person. And I'm like, whatever, let's mind our business. and let him just do his thing. I don't care. I have no problems with those people. And I don't know why he's even saying this, because he's supposedly cool with these people.
Friends? Do we have any friends?
Speaking of him talking about friends, so when him and Patty had their first, fight, and you guys, I have this, and I've had it on my Twitter. When you go to my Twitter, right there, the first thing you're going to see is a diss track that Jody made of Omar and James, and even threw ℙ𝕆𝕍𝔼 in there. And so he talked a lot about them guys about behind their backs, didn't he?
He definitely said things. He would definitely say things, and especially around the time of that case with your friend.
We can say her name, Patty.
Yeah, Patty. Okay, again, I never try to pull nobody into any kind of problem. You know what I mean? So
I talked with her, so yes, we can have her name, because there's stuff, and I didn't mean to cut you off, because I'm going to also, when I've been out at their house, hanging out with her, Heather, and Greg and stuff like that, and the grandkids, a family type thing, all of a sudden, something would pop up about Jody, and it would be about the case or something, but Greg would say how Jody would talk about these women, how basically he would have sex with them somewhere, or run out to a car and had a quickie. And then even one time he told them that he had sex with this girl from Subway who had just made his and Alicia's
covering the label.
So, he was high and mighty of thinking he was God's gift to women.
I'm gonna be honest, okay? People say all guys will be guys, right? That's a common phrase, right? When I was single, I never spoke half as bad as that man spoke about women when I was single. Now, mind you, he was with somebody who had his kid, and they were supposedly, almost like married with each other and all this other stuff, his wife, or whatever you want to call her now. But one time I had given Jody hundreds of dollars worth of collectibles and only took a $60 gaming system from him. And he's like, dude, I'll give you more. I was like, no, you're my friend. You sell collectibles. Okay, I'm not using it anymore. Sell it, make whatever you make, dude. I know you're working at a flea market, bro. I have a good job. You work at a flea market. So you could keep the money for yourself, whatever you make off of it. I didn't say nothing about it, right?
Right.
But the person that was coming to buy those collectibles was the owner of a strip club, which is not the end of the world.
No.
That guy, he wasn't coming in with a bunch of strippers, we didn't have to go to the strip club to sell it. The guy was coming to the flea market. But Jody, which I was kind of taken back a little bit, but I was like, okay, whatever, guy thing, whatever. He tells me, oh, this guy's coming to pick the stuff up. I'm selling it to him. Wait till you see his girlfriend's tits. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. This is
factual.
I
believe you. He's speaking about another man's.
He starts going on about that dude's girlfriend's big fake tits, and he goes on about it on for a couple of minutes there, and I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, and she comes in, and whatever. I'm single. I see her, and listen, I'm a guy too, but I do this. You do the whole
I don't see them there, yeah.
because you don't want to make somebody feel uncomfortable.
Right.
He had no problem staring at him. Because, dude, that's who he is. That's who he is. The dude is a dog. There is no doubt about it. He is a dog. This whole, I'm a family guy, and children, and charities and shit, it's complete bullshit. I don't know who would believe it. You know who would believe that? 100, 200,000 fans that have never spent a moment next to that man or of considerable time. Maybe he flew in for the weekend, and you went and you checked out a haunted house, and he kicked a couple of doors to try to make a video. What do you call it? You spent that time with him. No, I spent outside of the paranormal.
Right.
With this guy. Complete personal life stuff.
Him and his family.
Yes, not as much with his family because his wife has I don't know, maybe she has anxiety or she has a deal where she doesn't like being around people or something like that. The man talked enough shit about me. His wife's a fucking hermit. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't have to be nice no more. I'm sorry for cursing, by the way.
It's not his wife. They are not married people, so that's a lie Jody's been throwing out there. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I don't have to be nice to her about her either because she treated me equally as bad as Jody when it came down to try to separating me and Jessica. So,
what about the her room?
Oh, which part? The part where there was cameras all over this house and this girl couldn't go anywhere in this house without them knowing where she was? The part where there were cameras in the bedroom and Jessica bitched and they had to take them down, and then also mysteriously the ceiling fan stopped working.
Yeah.
Listen, we're all adults here. Next thing you know, I have sex with this girl and he's confronting me to like the next evening about it. Like, wow, you're really giving it to her and da-da-da. Which was kind of freaking awkward that he even brought it up to me.
Right?
Kind of weird. Her going into the girl's room when she was in the shower. She'd go in there. This girl, when I met her, she had like she had a cell phone that you could only hook up the Wi-Fi in the house. I literally went out, spent $1,200 on a brand new phone, put it on my plan, and gave it to her. Well, Alicia would start sneaking into her room when she wasn't in her room or if she was in the shower, and she started going through her phone, which I showed you receipts for that too.
Yes, you did.
Alicia would go and start going through her phone to see what she's telling other people. Like, what? Like, this was the most unhealthy place to put somebody who's recovering. Because there was no trust, there was no privacy, there was none of that. Like, you're feeding them alcohol, you're asking them to do porn. Like, how healthy is that for somebody who is already mentally on the downslide, and you claim you're trying to help them? That don't look like help to me.
No.
It looks like he found somebody that's down on their luck and they're eager to do whatever to make you happy or to stay where they're at or whatever. That's what it seems like. You're using that person's issues to try to monetarily gain the upper hand or whatever the case is.
And then that also goes for his kids. He uses his kids so people can send money to the stalkers.
Yeah, the stalker. Yeah, why don't you just go ahead and send the money to Jody? Because I mean, it goes back to him anyway. Even if that whole newer issue with the new girl, Sam.
Yep. Let's get to that.
Oh, and that's why I did what I did now, and I couldn't stay quiet no more. When I got a text message at 3 o'clock in the morning that somebody had sent me, showing me a screenshot that this girl Sam was now going to be doing OnlyFans, and Jody Dean was the producer. I was out of bed like a rocket. I woke right up. I don't think I slept for a day and a half because I was so angry. This man is now doing it to a different girl.
And taking part of the monies that would be her money. I have nothing against people.
Part of the money, if you know Jody Dean, that contract probably went something a little bit more like 60-40 in his favor.
Probably, yeah.
Which is disgusting if you really think about it, because when you went through the tweets before they went back and erased them all, which I already had them all screenshotted already, so you can't say, he can't deny that he was connected or this is what happened.
Got the screenshots.
When a random fan asked Sam, does Alicia know about this? She goes, of course, silly. She's my best friend. I spoke to her first. That's exactly what happened with Jessica. The night they went to Jessica about doing porn, Alicia came into the room and started the conversation. Got her to a certain point and then said, okay, you want to talk to Jody? And then brought Jody in the room. And then that's when he got into the whole details of it. So it sounds to me like they did the exact same thing. Alicia talked to her first, and then that segued into Jody being able to talk to her. Like, it's almost all the same, except for the fact that I don't know what this girl's background is. Hopefully she wasn't a drug user at the time or something like that, which I don't think she is, but I don't know her. The only thing that was different is instead of Jody was going to do it as his own porn company at the haunted mansion, the place where his kids lived.
Right.
Which is fucking disgusting.
Uh,
The only difference between this and that is that now he was going to do it on OnlyFans. So she could have did it from home, and he'd still make the money. She had to send him. He's the producer, so she would have had to shoot the videos or to take the pictures, send them to him, let him edit this and that, which is mind-boggling that somebody's wife would be like, "Oh yeah, go ahead, honey, stare at this naked girl like shoving a carrot in her ass or whatever, and edit it real nice so we can make money on it." Like, whose wife would be okay with this?
I sure hell wouldn't.
But Alicia signed off on it. She had to. There's no way
sure,
Jody
like I'm really gonna take a picture of my butt.
This without her knowing about it.
Yeah, because she watches his videos. Hold on, keep talking. My stove's going off.
Good. Yeah, no, I don't know. Oh, I'm sure there'll be plenty of trolls.
She's like, Jay, jump in there. How did I get stuck in this? I don't know how to anything here.
Hey, what's up, Jay?
How you doing, my friend? How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
I mean, yeah, here, I'll make it so it's not so uncomfortable.
Oh, look, there you go. There's your beautiful mug.
Yeah, it's me. I don't got my green screen. That's why everything's flickering. It's on the ceiling. I didn't expect to come up here.
Nah, you're quite all right. Yeah, no.
It's Emmy's meatloaf, but she can't do nothing to harm it.
Are you burning the house down with your meatloaf?
No,
It's her meatloaf. I mean, she can't kill it. She can't do nothing to it. It is what it is.
You're just stupid as it is.
All right. Let you guys get back to business.
Yeah, Joker's mom. I'm sure there's gonna be all kinds of trolls.
Oh yeah, definitely. So did this Jody disrespect Patty? Is one of the questions. Yes, actually, let's get into that too. A couple times. So, this is what I know. You know, Patty lost her son and stuff like that, and where she lived at the time, she was going to this Goodwill, and this is where Jody was working. And Jody had saw on the back, as it says, in memory of her son's name and stuff like that. And Jody started talking to her about that and saying, "Oh, hey, I can help you talk to him, you know, and get him going like that." Well, they became friends, you know, and he noticed her YouTube channel just skyrocketed. And we know that kind of upset him on that. So there was some kind of disagreement between the two, and you know, he went his way, she went her way. She lost her husband Mike the day of his funeral. Jody attacked Patty basically and Heather because of all this shit, or because of what had happened the day of Mike's funeral. Well, because of all that, other shit started happening. And hold on, my brain just broke. No, she took him back after that. He apologized. He wrote they took him back. Patty and her other friends weren't too concerned. They were very concerned. And so as he got closer to like Omar and all of them, he had them believing that Patty was attacking people. Patty was sending out these false emails. Oh, you got some about emails too, don't you?
Can you imagine? Oh God, I gotta change that view. Can you imagine Patty doing anything like that?
No.
The only thing Patty's guilty of is talking like every other lady does on here in a messenger. Period.
So.
All right.
Yeah. So you know, we talked about this, how I never liked Jody. He always, his videos, he was aggressive, and I didn't like him. So when they did this video, you know, bullying Patty basically, and he grabbed all this paperwork and said, "I got proof, the Craigslist ad and da 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 da." He had pulled a wool over all these people's eyes, and they believed him.
Oh, absolutely. FBI. We got the FBI involved. And
Well, a lot of people know now because I'm not going to let my friend go down for something that happened from my house. And we've told this a gazillion times out there, people. Listen up. Patty did not do any Craigslist ad. My husband did one. I took the blame for it. That's why I kept flying to Florida, just in case. And the only reason why, if the judge had asked me, is I would say, and I didn't perjure. People were telling me, you're purging or perjuring, whatever, you're lying. I'm like, I didn't lie. The truth was, I said Patty was not responsible for that Craigslist ad. Patty did not create that Craigslist ad, and that Craigslist ad did not come from Patty's house.
We were told, or I was told, that Jody was well out of town. There was nobody at the house, and I didn't know Jody at the time. The prank was that he had the Ring doorbell, and while he was 5 states away, the pizza guy was going to come to his thing or something. Or no, it was a Craigslist ad. It was a Craigslist ad, and it was up for 2 hours, and it was removed. Nobody was in any harm, as far as I knew. I didn't even know who I was doing it to. I did it for a friend that isn't really around YouTube much right now. That said, hey, this is going on. Can you do this? And I'm like, yeah, okay, buddy. Just like your friend, if your friend asked you to do something, you didn't even know who you were hitting. It was just a practical joke that turned and snowballed into a big load of shit that wasn't, So okay,
with that being said, I got Omar on a call to tell him your friend is lying to you guys. This is what really happened. And even, even when we got Jody into the call, I told him, I'm like, you need to tell the truth. I'm like, there's no FBI. He's like, well, going off, well, Craigslist. No, Craigslist did not give you any IPs. They don't do that. So at that time,
what? Craigslist don't care.
They don't.
They really, honest to God, don't care. Just don't try to sell puppies or something, and we don't care.
Tell them what the sheriff said in Florida to you.
Oh, it's not illegal to play a prank, basically. You shouldn't do it, but that's not illegal. Because the cops came to Patty's house because there was other incidences, even when I was at Patty's house. And when the cops come up, I explained what I did or we did. And he goes, yeah, that's not illegal. That's a nuisance, but it's not illegal. Nobody got hurt, So that was the thing.
And Emmy never perjured herself in court. The whole thing was Patty was getting blamed for something she did not do and actually didn't really have any knowledge of. And even though it come from my fingertips, my wife couldn't take it no more. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to testify Patty didn't do it. And people were like, oh, you perjured yourself, taking blame for something you didn't do or something. But here's the thing. If it got into the courtroom, which it never actually did, the subject, I was a phone call away, a video call away from any testimony to prove whatever, you know what I mean? But it was not Patty. Patty really didn't have any knowledge of it. It was of a fan of hers, a very close fan, like in her vicinity type fan that sent me a message. And at the time I still got respect for this person. But anyway, I made a mistake and I just like, okay, yeah, dude, no, fuck with him for a minute, and that's what happened.
So then, as you know, Jody, everything started snowballing. And again, you said he was trying to bring her down, basically destroy her like he has everybody else, and using people.
Here's the thing. Being the person on the outside looking in at like that situation, my situation, his situation with other people in the paranormal community or whatever you want to call it, it's crazy how before he came into it, everybody was so cool with each other. And that's the part I laugh about. Now, hear me out. Okay, so we're all cool with each other. We're all paranormal. We do videos with each other. We help each other out, blah, 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 blah. Here comes this loudmouth, dresses like a clown jackass, gets in the middle of it, and then all of a sudden he starts going, this person said this about you. that person said that about. Like, nobody stopped for a second to even look at this dude for 2 seconds or listen to his words, how he talks, how he carries himself like a man, to think like maybe I should go to the person and talk to them first because thank you for bringing it to my attention, but I don't know, you just don't seem like the one dude that I would just take your word based on like, face value, especially since you're new to the whole situation with us. But I sat there and watched him. Anything that revolves him, it just starts falling apart with whoever, however. I've also noticed that certain YouTubers actually got smart and start distancing it. They may say, oh yeah, he's my friend on TikTok once or something like that, or Instagram real quick, but now they won't make videos with this person. They won't do this. They won't do that. I've watched the separation in the last year and a half, like watching them separate themselves from him because he's like.
And again, you're not in the paranormal community.
No, I don't. Listen, and that's what I need everybody to understand. I never look to make you. I have my own YouTube thing going on, but it's just a hobby and it's small. And I have a job. I own my own company. I don't need YouTube. What do you call it? You know what I'm saying? Not against anybody that does do it for a living. Hey, good for them. But I have other means of making money, not YouTube. But my YouTube thing has nothing to do with paranormal whatsoever. Like I never had a horse in the race. Like I wouldn't have gained anything but from going at Jody. Like, what would make me turn on somebody I consider to be like one of my best friends? Like what? What? I didn't do it for money.
Right.
What did I do it for? All I did was say this person did this to this girl that I really much loved, and he thinks he can just get away with it, which essentially he did. Because let's face facts, I didn't have a voice 2 years ago.
Right.
I had receipts, but also the whole other reason I didn't come out, and some of those receipts, you see how far back they go.
Yes.
I showed you. They go back from that time period 2 years ago.
You guys, we do have the receipts. So if anybody ever wants to come and say, you know what, I would like to see these receipts, because I know some of you do support Jody. That's okay. But
yeah, that is fine. Receipts, that's fine.
And, he's got them. He's given me permission to show them too. And, with all this being said and done, Jody's destroyed the paranormal community. You've sat back and watched this all crumble, haven't you?
Yes, I literally sat there and watched a community. And I was like, now all of a sudden, there's like 1,000 debunkers because nobody believes anything the paranormal community does anymore. Because let's face facts, and that's where I think the paranormal community went wrong, is allowing this clown within your own group. Because, like I said, if you let a child molester into your group, guess what? You're all going to look like your child molesters.
Yep.
And so if somebody in the paranormal comes in and is obviously faking it, like nothing they do looks real, like at all. This man, to touch on a subject, asked me, I have it in writing from him several times. Facebook Messenger from 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Hey, Benny, would you like to come and do a paranormal thing? I'm like, I watch your video. In my mind, I'm thinking, I watch your videos, dude. I will fuck up your videos because there's no way I'll be able to keep a straight face while you're running around with strings and kicking doors and, doing asshat stuff. I'll start laughing in your video.
Right.
With the whole, like, oh, here we go. Ready, here we go. Whoa, what was that? Like, who believes this shit? Like, seriously, whoa, what? Oh my God. Did you hear that? Like, it's fucking buffoonery.
Yeah.
And how do you even call it entertainment? You know what entertainment is? Okay, listen, I can understand if you do it and you kind of do things on the sly or whatever, but you consider it entertainment. And whether you're faking it or not, if it's something like, you were like, the curtain moved like this while I'm talking to you or whatever, wait, my arm will move, but here we go, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like you do a video on it, like, oh, I was in this live stream, and did you notice how like the curtain literally was moving? Like it was kind of crazy, and you kind of make it seem like it's entertainment, not like, again, like I said, not. Oh my God! What the fuck? Oh, yo! There's a fucking, oh my God! There was a ghost in there. Like who the hell believes this shit?
Right?
Like it's literally made for idiots and 8-year-olds. And they fall for it. okay, and whatever. If maybe you like, if you like Beavis and Butthead, you probably like Jody Dean's, his videos. There's you can't teach people class. But yeah, like I said, I watched it. So once everybody else started associating with him, or we're not even like associate with him, because he like thrust himself.
I kind of look at his content like, you ever see the cable show Mountain Monsters?
Yes.
Okay, clearly some of this stuff is just, it's fantasy, right? But they're out there in the woods and they're chasing the thing around. I look at some of his content like that, and if some people can't tell that this is obviously fake, I wonder if Jody laughs that he's putting out some of this entertainment type content, and some people think that it's real. And I think he knows damn well that this is content. It's a show.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And they just don't understand. I mean, come on. Look, it's like right now, if on this live stream, I'm hanging out, I'm talking. Wait. Oh my God! What the hell was that?
And the camera just happens to be pointing at the door, huh? And
yeah. Oh, wait. A demon scratching me! A demon scratching me! A demon scratching me! What the fucking? Come on, man! And I don't even care. You know what? And I'm not even mad that he makes a clown of himself within your community. That's you guys need to deal with that, not me. Thank God. My only problem is that the man's a scumbag. What he did to me was very personal. It wasn't YouTube. It wasn't social media. What he did to me was actually personal.
he kind of just started fucking you off, huh? Like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And he did try to reach out to me like a year ago or so. I ignored all his calls. Like I didn't want to talk to him. And at that time I wasn't even talking about this no more. And I would never let that man in my life. I don't care if there was an apology or whatever. I would never in a million years let that man back in my life. There's no way in hell.
And you were closer to him than I want to say even Patty was.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He's bringing his kid to my house so I could give him a gift in my driveway. I'm like, oh, dude, here you go. Here's an expensive collectible for your kid. And he was like, dude, thank you so much. I'm like, dude, no problem. You're my boy. Oh, what? The porch of your shithole fucking haunted house needs to be fixed. He didn't even ask me. I was with my girlfriend. I said, I got everything I need in the truck to fix it. And I went and I just fixed things.
Wow.
Like, he was my friend. And when that's why people are like, why can't you let it go? No, why should I let it go? The dude scumbagged me.
You're hurt from it. I can understand. You're hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. I am very hurt by this dude. We're past hurt. It's just, I'm mad.
And the kids, you knew those kids, and what's your feelings on him using those kids? I'm not going to say for content, but using them for money. And, I've seen... No, we could touch on this. I have a huge problem when supposedly both kids have some kind of issue. Autism.
Yeah, autism. He says, and those are his words. You know that. His kid's got autism or whatever. Okay, that's cool. Do you think it's smart to put a kid that has autism in your video wearing a mask going rah, 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 chasing you around a cemetery while you threaten to literally shove a carrot up his pee hole? It's in his video. It's in one of the last few videos. He literally tells a kid with autism that I'm going to shove a carrot up your fucking pee hole. Because it's a stalker and it's not his kid.
For him to even say that to the stalker, which we know who the stalker is, but for him to say that, and he's got an audience that does watch him, and they're hearing him say that, shove a carrot up your pee hole?
Who says that? That's why certain things that happened with that other YouTuber, where comments were made which were centered around butthole talk, I totally believe it, because when Jody gets mad, it's kind of gay. He says stuff like that.
Yeah, what do you mean
screw
by
that dude, I'll put a dick
gay?
in his ass. Who? What? You'll do what?
Not like he's gonna go squeeze some woman's boobs and stuff like that. He talks about shoving a dick up a dude's ass.
Yeah, that's disturbing.
Then she's like, what? His kids? Yes. So where we're getting at in this, we've been talking. He's been silent for a couple of years. How Jody's using his kids, and the oldest kid is Alicia's kid, which is not even his stepson because they're not even married, but does have autism, and it's telling people that is the stalker, using him for the stalker purpose, putting his info out there as a cash app, like, hey, you know what? Let's donate to this guy because we feel bad for the stalker. You know where that money's going.
This whole thing's absurd. Let's touch on something else real quick. I would be pissed if a school allowed a producer of porn and OnlyFans and all this other crap in my school to give my kids a lecture on how to be successful in social media.
That's right. Yeah, tell me more.
And that
about
just
that.
recently happened. He did that back in May because we have the screenshots of it, of when he went and did it. But also at the same time, he registered that porn website, whatever, for OnlyFans and the web page for it. That was done within the same month of that. Like, what? What? Like, who would? And listen, like, he's the man's a walking contradiction of himself. Because 2 months ago, he put out a video with some mistress, whatever her name is. I won't say her name because I have nothing against that girl, but she does OnlyFans. You know, I don't care what she jams in herself.
On his new podcast that Patty's been doing podcasts for over a year. I've been doing podcasts for quite a while, and now all of a sudden he's doing podcasts.
Well, yeah. Now he did that. He did a podcast with that girl, which he comes off creepy as fuck, by the way. While him, his wife, and that girl's on there, you like hear the way he talks. His wife's there, like how is she not embarrassed with herself? But whatever, that's not my cross to bear. That's hers. You want to look like you're weak backed and you're whipped by your husband and he controls you? Be my guest. Wow. But she goes on about this whole thing, and then he briefly mentions how I thought about doing like getting into like the adult industry once before, but then I decided not to do it because I had kids. He was distinctly referring to the situation between me and that girl from 2 years ago, because the way he tried to resolve that issue is he had Alicia text her, and I have the text messages where Alicia goes, the whole porn thing, we decided not to do it because we have kids and we just don't want this to, like, you know, maybe it's not a good thing for us to do. Well, he mentioned that in that video with that girl 2 months ago. But ironically enough, the same month the video comes out, he registers an adult website, which I sent you the receipts on that.
Yep.
He literally contradicts himself in the video because he just at the same month he opens up an adult website.
That's kind of fucked up.
But so I won't do that because I got kids. Sure you won't, Jody.
The kids to that, because I'm pretty sure that girl lives there with them.
Oh, Sam lives there with them now?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure.
I hope to God she doesn't.
Because
I pray to God for that girl's own sanity that she does not live with them. I really do. Because I've seen what it's like for a girl to live with them, and it's a friggin' absolute disaster. They do crazy things like, for instance, when this girl, Jay, the girl I was dating, turned them down, they completely blackballed her within their own house. She lived there. She had to endure wintertime with no heat because they would go away for weeks at a time, and they'd shut the heat off on her. They'd shut the internet off on her. There were times I sent you tickets where even when the oldest son was there with her, they left the house, they shut off the internet, and they shut off the lights with the kid there. And then ironically enough, her and the oldest kid wind up finding heaters hidden away in a random closet in the house that they could have given her when they went away, because he claimed he didn't want the heater running when he's not home because the house got burned down. couldn't the house burn down when your family is home because you run it then and you didn't give a shit? But supposedly, you know, whatever.
So
He shut it down. I literally had to go hours out of my way during work weeks, like middle of the week. This girl's calling me crying, texting me crying. I'm freezing. I just got sick. I feel like I'm dying in this house. And I'm leaving Florida to drive 5-6 hours there in the middle of the night to drop off heaters, blankets, soup, medicine. She's texting them, I'm dying. I'm sick and there's no heat. Please help me. And he did absolutely nothing. Nothing, because she turned them down for the porn. So I had to do it. I'd have to drive all the way there to do it. I'd have to leave here at like 7 o'clock at night, get there at like 3 o'clock in the morning to try to be back by my job in Florida about like 8 o'clock in the morning.
So
and it happened like, I don't know, 6 or 7 times I had to do that.
That's an abuse. That's mental abuse.
Oh, it is mental abuse.
You know,
it is absolutely, it's mental abuse, and people wonder why I'm so mad about it.
The other thing that I know of, because I come in, this is all, you know, out there, you guys. It's public record. When the whole thing was happening with Patty, I even know about the restraining order that's against them there in Florida. I think Largo, Florida, or something like that. Some woman with the violence.
With violence. That's in there. It says with violence. He can say whatever the hell he wants, but it happened more than once, and it says it right there in it, and it's public record, and it's domestic with violence. And it's against him, not for him, against him with violence. So, but you know what? All these HTD girls, ooh, let me help Jody out. You see what they don't understand what they're helping. They have no idea the guy that they put on a pedestal that, oh yeah, but he helps me and da 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 and da. What does he help you actually do? But that's the person they want to promote. That's the person they want to back.
Okay. Hey, Fedora, what's up? Hey, Pittsburgh, welcome everybody. So what this is, people are coming in. Oh my God, yes, look what Jody Dean. Oh, not that one. Whoops, clicked the wrong one. Hold on, this one. Look what Jody did to Gabby Petito's case. Remember?
Oh yeah, yeah. You understand something? There's a whole reason why Jody. It plays into Jody's persona. His I don't care, and everything is shock value. He did it with that XX extension kid when he died.
Yep.
He did it with that girl that died. He clearly started staying away from that, but I think that was an outside influence telling him that, oh, dude, this ain't a good look. You got to pull away from that if you want to be cool with me and be open about us being friends. I think somebody else pulled him away from that stuff, to be quite honest, because I know Jody. If there's a dollar laying on the ground and there could be 100 elephants trying to pull it one way, he'll get dragged across the room holding that dollar. He won't let go of it.
For that buck.
Unless somebody else that's bigger and he kind of looks up to, or somebody he's using to gain traction, tells him don't stop, or we might have to kind of separate.
So you've been watching. The views have been going down, and a lot of people, you know what, with the paranormal, a lot of people's views have been going down because of the fakery. And what's he trying to do because of those views?
First off, it don't take a genius to figure out that somebody's buying subscribers. It don't take a genius to figure it out, because the views don't add up. They never did. Even when I was cool with him, I was like, this kind of don't make sense. Like, how do you start jumping up so much? All those fans didn't come jumping on you. I'm sorry. Like, all your buddies' fans didn't come and jump on there. You definitely bought subscribers, because it is so lopsided. Like, how do you have 249,000 views, which, mind you, it hasn't moved from that in like fucking forever now. How do you have 249 viewers, but you only get 21, 22, 23,000 views? Even if you got 40,000 views on a video, it still don't make sense. everybody knows, absolutely everybody knows that if you have 1,000,000 subs, you should be getting 100, 200, 300,000 views on a video.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows that. Anybody with half a brain knows that. But if you get 250,000 subs, but you're only getting 20,000 views, that's a mere fraction of your subs. It doesn't make sense. It literally doesn't make sense. The only way it makes sense is people initially like, oh yeah, let me get it. Somebody's friend, that's his, which I'm not going to say the guy's name. I mean, I could say it, but I'm not going to say it. Was kind enough to like give him a hand and be like, hey, tell his views, hey, come check out my boy. Da, 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 da. And there is an actual chance that these people went over and then seen a video or two and they're like, this person is my boy, so I just want to sub to it, but I ain't never watching this buffoonery.
Right.
So there is a good chance that could have happened. Because I don't see how anybody that can watch, let's say, just outright say it, who can watch Omar's content, who is he's really good at editing. His personality, he has a great personality for YouTube. And all this other stuff, all this, top tier stuff going on for him. Who would watch that guy and then go watch dog shit? Like, it don't make sense. Right? I know I wouldn't. I was almost grateful that me and him weren't friends anymore. This way I did not have to go and watch the banana crap bullshit.
What? I'm looking at something here. Hold on.
Yeah, Social Blade. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. You're right. Solo. Yeah, Social Blade. You go on there. I've been on it. Anybody can go on Social Blade and go check the man's stats.
Mm-hmm.
You will watch YouTube dump. He will have where it goes negative, where subscribers are being dumped. It'll stay in the center. It never goes up. Not to mention, this in the last year, his videos are getting only 3/4 to what they used to get. Mm-hmm. So clearly he's losing momentum. People are figuring him out for who he is now. Or they're just getting tired of watching the same stalker.
So I'm looking at Social Blade right now. So on 4/29, he gained 1,000 subscribers, but nobody else since then.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me how this makes sense. Typically, if you put a video out, right, you gain 1,000 subscribers. Guess what? That 1,000 is going to probably be watching your newest stuff because they just became interested in you. Correct?
Yep.
How is his videos doing worse? How do you gain 1,000 subscribers, but your videos make less than what they were? The math don't add up. You know what 1,000 subscribers cost? $75.
Oh, really?
Yes. 1,000 subscribers cost $75. That's all it'll cost you. And they're slick about it too. The company will go ahead and they will only add anywhere between 9 to 13 subscribers each day. Unless you pick the instant plan, which they have, and they'll just instantly throw them in here.
I'm looking at something else, and there was something that was brought to my attention too. Remember, Jody used to work for a funeral home, right?
Oh my God, the one where he took the pictures with the bodies and stuff? Who the fuck does that? Who does that?
And where he would do EVPs. He'd get a kick out of cremating people.
Yeah. Again, it's shock value. He would say that for shock value. Because remember, also, that was back in I'm a fucking warlock days.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's when he was still a warlock. So everything was shock value.
Wow. Right, Willa? It is disgusting. It really is. I'm trying to think. I'm worried about those kids. That's me. I can care less about the paranormal. No, I take that back. It's not I can care less about the paranormal community. I don't care how he's destroyed the paranormal community. It's fine. It's going downhill. We all know that. We're trying to bring it back up, you know, do the right things. But he's destroying these kids. Like,
I can speak pretty blunt, right? Well, pretty frank, I should say. Not blunt, but frank.
yeah.
Those kids are screwed.
And they're homeschooled, aren't they?
I guess they get schooled. They're definitely home. I'm sure Alicia probably sits there and does the homeschool thing with them. I would never say she doesn't, because I know for a fact she does. She does make the attempt to, you know, get them through school and all that stuff, and the homeschool stuff. Fine.
Right.
Like I said, listen, I could have just said the opposite of that.
Yeah.
But that's not me. I'm never going to lie. I'm always going to be 100% honest. Yeah, she does make a good attempt at homeschooling them, but at the same time, like, you know, having them live in a haunted house for 2 years, sleeping out of the same bedroom as them. They all had a...
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, they all slept in a room that was no bigger than one single room in my house.
Why did they do that?
Because the opposite side of the second floor is completely tore apart and is unlivable, as well as the very, very top floor. Only maybe a quarter of the second floor is livable space. The whole bottom of the house was not livable. The kitchen was part of the goddamn haunted house. It was hidden by curtains. When you walked through the haunted house, people didn't realize they were walking through a kitchen.
Wow.
Because he had curtains blocking off the kitchen, the stove and the refrigerator, everything. And you were walking through there. So the kids had to walk through this haunted house. I couldn't imagine being like 5 years old and it's like, I want a cookie or something like that. Well, I got to walk past a fucking vampire, a zombie, a dead lady stapled to the fucking ceiling. A kitchen to go into a room where there's like blood all over the walls, and you pull it back and there's the refrigerator. Let me get a cookie.
That's
like,
crazy.
how is that mentally stable for kids that supposedly have an issue?
How do you think, you know, their lives? I mean, would they ever leave the house or anything? The kids?
They leave the house when their parents leave the house. That's the only time they left the house. Now, I can't say what's going on in the last 2 years because I'm not hanging out with them.
Right.
What I was able to see every weekend that I went up there, and what I was told by Jessica, they only leave the house. They do not go, like, they weren't like normal kids. Like, they don't go outside and play out front or play in the backyard. Like, I never seen that once. Any weekend I went up there, I never seen those kids just like playing outside unless one of the parents are like standing there. And to be honest, I only seen it happen one time in multiple weekends through September and October from 2 years ago. I only seen them outside the house one time.
And it's pretty warm still then, September, October.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely. It was fine outside. Now, maybe they're not outside all the time because literally where the house is, I mean, if you're not from that area, you probably think you're in Cracktown. I'm not gonna lie. Like, oh no, the neighborhood looks like Jesus Christ. Like, oh my God. Like, you know, why would I buy a house here?
That house was 200 years old.
Yeah, and you know what? It wasn't even that bad of a house when he first got it. Yes, it definitely needed work. But if he would have left that house the way it originally was, and he could have did ghost hunts and everything like that, because the furniture was like 160 years old, super old Victorian style house, I think he was onto something, and he could have made a legit go of it. But nope, he destroyed the inside of that house. Like, that house will never be a historical landmark ever again. They can never do that with the house ever again.
And there was furniture, original furniture that was left there.
Yes,
too.
yes, and that he destroyed to make it look like you know,
Jonathan,
the fucking chairs.
Welcome.
You know, to make the chair look haunted, or make the fucking dresser look haunted, or make this look haunted.
Okay, so this should get into people's heads. So his dream was to create a haunted house,
which is fine. That's fine.
Yes.
I can't say nothing negative about that.
But it just goes to show how much of a creative mind he has to do that. But then he lies about not creating or falsifying the paranormal when he's doing videos or random not. I mean, how can you believe somebody? How am I trying to say this?
I don't know. I don't know.
The people, and he's his watchers, his fans, whatever, they actually believe he's in danger, and he doesn't specify. Say, no, I'm not really in danger. It's not really a stalker. And these fans would do anything for him. So if these fans come up and his stalker was after him, I know a lot of these fans would go after that stalker and probably hurt the stalker. And that's all because of Jody's doing. He's literally putting his kids in harm's way.
Oh yeah, if his kids are in harm's way, and it's not due to his Jody's fucking irrelevant. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It would, if his kids were in danger, it wouldn't be due to because he's so famous. Nobody knew who the fuck he was.
Nope.
With that first year that I was up there, that first Halloween, nobody even knew who the fuck this dude was. It was almost sad to watch him go outside the house and he tried to hype him up and he'd be like, "Oh, who's here? Da, 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 Jody Dean, HDD, da, da." They all looking at him like he has fucking 4 dicks growing out of his forehead. The dude, nobody knew who the hell this dude was. He would sit there and lie and be like, "Oh yeah, I remember one time he put out a post about the mailman came to my front door and he just wanted to tell me that he was a big fan of me." He's the fucking mailman. He gets paid to come to your front door, dude. The dude didn't know who the hell you were, bro. I seriously doubt the guy that worked for the post office knew who the hell you were. I seriously doubt that. Stop he feels like if he keeps on saying something long enough, everybody's gonna think it's true.
Yeah, and he's going to make himself relevant, and he's not.
Yeah, make himself relevant. He's not relevant. If you were relevant, you wouldn't have only 20,000 views on a video when you got 250,000 subscribers if you were relevant.
Grandioso delusions.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
And I just want to say, because of what he has done, destroying the paranormal community, destroying people out there who really was changing their lives and trying to help out with the paranormal. I mean, Omar's content started going downhill, his views. Patty definitely lost a lot of views because he tried to ruin her. And now even his views are going down. And now he's trying to do something else to bring that shit back up. And that's the porn. And his kids are around that.
You know who Jody? Do you know who Jody Dean is?
Arrogant ass is what I see, because I don't know him personally, but
Jody Dean is the snowman. The Elvis Presley story.
No, tell
The
me.
guy that first managed Elvis Presley. Yes, his name was the Snowman or whatever. And he kept on trying to do gimmicks, super this gimmick, that gimmick, change this to that, do this, do that. That is Jody Dean. Jody Dean is fucking Sideshow Bob.
Maybe joke him about.
No, I'm being dead serious.
Oh.
Because I'm paranormal, but then I'm this crappy rapper, or I'm a guy that's being stalked all the time, and oh look, Randonautica, I can make my own. Well, it sucks, so I'll go back to Randonautica. What do you call it? The dude is all over the place. He will do anything to make $1, anything, and he's proven it to even his fans. How could you watch him for the last couple of years and watch him go from A, B, C, D, E, F, G? He's running through the entire alphabet and then starting back at A and going through it again.
Right.
To try to do anything to turn a buck, which is fine. You can do that, but nobody's going to take you seriously as either a rapper or a paranormal person or this or that if you don't just pick a goddamn lane and stay in it. And to be honest, I don't care what lane Jody stays in as long as he stays out of mine.
You're speaking of Randonautica. Wasn't there a thing that Randonautica, this is out of Jody's mouth, he received an email from Randonautica telling him to stop tagging them and using Randonautica app?
Oh yeah, and he'll just give the middle finger, this is what I think of you, Randonautica, da-da-da. Again, shock value. That's all it is, shock value. Everything with him is shock value. And that's all that is. Honestly, that's all that is. I mean, he'll keep on using that app for as long as it'll turn him a buck.
I do shock value to make people laugh, but I would do that in person, and I do that on camera too. People who have met me, and there's several people out there, in chat that have met me in person, and they will tell you I'm the same way. I'm so transparent. I'm the same way as I am on camera. I'm probably crazier off camera, but you know what? I'm not changed. And for somebody to do that, that's just, it's a lie to people when you do that.
The bottom line, he's not a good person. That's it. The bottom line, he is not a good person.
What about when he was he like a security guard? What with that?
What, he was a security guard?
Wasn't he, or something racist about?
Oh, shit. Jesus Christ. You're talking about the other YouTuber that he hired as security for the haunted house? And the dude turned out to be the biggest fucking racist you ever met in your life. I literally heard that dude say comments that I can't repeat here.
Right. Oh, my God.
About black people. Well, me and the girl I was seeing, Jay, went back and told him this. He said, "Oh, well, nothing I can do about it now, so I'll just go ahead and he'll finish out the rest of this. He'll finish out the rest of this year, and then I'll get rid of him, and then I'll never deal with him again." No, you need to get rid of him now, because cops. This dude was calling cops on like crazy random racist shit. Like there's like 4 black kids sitting on the curb across the street from the haunted house. They're waiting for their buddies to get out. This dude calls the cops on them because they're sitting there. The dude is in front of me making racial slurs about these people.
I remember Heather and Patty telling me how, because Heather has some best friends who are of color, and like best friends, and Heather's as white as can be. You guys know that,
Yeah.
But Patty and Heather were telling me how Jody would make racist marks and stuff.
I'll say with honesty that I've never heard Jody make a racist remark in the few years, the years that I was friends with him. He never made a racist remark in front of me as far as being racist. But I can confirm that when that whole thing came out and me and the girlfriend had told him, you need to get rid of this dude because he's super racist, and the patrons coming into your place, it's like 80% black people. And this dude's making comments about black people.
Wow.
We warned him, and he said, nope. When the Halloween season's over, then I'll get rid of him. And then lo and behold, now recently, there's a movie he's doing. He's got a tweet, and he's with the guy. He's hanging out with him. The person he said he was going to get rid of because he's a racist.
That's just messed up.
Oh, absolutely. That's the God honest truth. I have no reason to make this up.
No, I know. You have nothing to gain.
No, I don't.
You've been silent for a couple years. Wait, you had to move.
Yeah. I had to move. That was lovely.
Why did you have to move?
When that whole thing first went down, and then Jody got those other paranormal people involved, and they started talking about me in their live stream or whatever, and the girl, lo and behold, like everybody else that deals with that man, I'm starting to get emails. I'm getting a piece of cardboard saying, "We know where you live," on the wrong neighbor's house. The guy that was next door to me, it went to his house instead, which was embarrassing. And then I finally get one on my own porch. I'm getting emails on this, that. I had to change my Facebook. I had to change Instagram. I had to change all this stuff because they were all just freaking attacking me, and I couldn't deal with it no more. And anybody would be like, "Oh, why didn't you do like Jody?" And why is this person doing this? And do that, post this. Because know how I made it go away? Don't acknowledge them.
You went MIA too.
Yeah. Oh no, I went super MIA because the friends that that know me couldn't even get in touch with me no more. Because I was not trying to drag my drama into somebody else's life. Plus, I'm trying to run away from this drama that's being caused on me.
Right.
I had to just disappear for a good couple of months.
And I heard you did because
people
were really worried about you. And you guys, to let you all know out there, I knew of Vinny. I didn't know Vinny. Vinny and I just actually met, a little while ago. And because, he wanted to get a story out, and I believe him. And what better way was to bring him on, talk to him.
We both know how to get to the videos from 2 years ago that I made.
Yep.
And there's nothing I'm saying now that I didn't say 2 years ago, which doesn't hold true with this Sam and the OnlyFans thing too.
Good night, ID. Thank you for coming in.
Have a great night.
The other thing, the emails. You know how the emails were traced back to him?
Oh, during the the other dealie. Yeah. Emails got tracked back to him. It's not hard. I mean, anybody could hire. He kept on saying the FBI when he was doing with his little deal. No, it's not called FBI, you fucking jackass. It's called a fucking. It's a fucking forensics. It's just forensics.
Right.
Same people. It's just IT forensics. That's all it is. You could hire somebody. It's not even all that expensive, to be quite honest. And they will ping, and they can track it straight down to usually the modem sitting in that person's house.
Yep.
Which right then and there, I mean, it don't take a genius to figure out 2 and 2. This person lives at this address. It was tracked to the modem in that address, the cable box, or wherever they get their internet from.
Good night, C baby. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Yeah, it don't take a genius to figure that out.
Maybe she's saying goodnight to Twin. I don't know. Hold on. What shady stuff doesn't this guy do? There's a question.
What's that?
What shady stuff doesn't this guy do?
No, dude, nothing is off limits with him. Absolutely, I'm telling you right now, there is nothing that's off limits with this guy. It don't matter if you're his best friend, his wife, his kids, his cat. I told you, he walks into a pet store, the fish stop fucking swimming. Like nothing and nobody is safe around that guy. And when I say not safe, he's going to use anything and anything to make a buck. Bottom line.
Wow.
And again, I come with receipts.
So if anybody wants to see those receipts,
yeah, they can contact you. I already told you, you have my full permission to share whatever with whoever of your choosing. I have no problems with that. That's why I had no issues forwarding it to you.
Oh, we had Patty say something, but then she deleted it. Hello, Patty. That was quick.
And to be completely honest, an apology or anything would have never stopped me from giving you this information. Even 2 years ago, if you would have came across me today, I would have just gave you the information, because wrong is wrong. And that's the bottom line. Either you're doing the right thing or you're doing the wrong thing. There's no gray area.
So I'm just grabbing my face. A lot of it. Hey, Patty, what's up? Welcome. I'm just, my concerns is the kids, and
well, they're fine. The kids are fine. They're safe because Jody has guns in the house. He can keep them safe. Oh, that's right.
Wait. Jody has guns in the house?
Well, they're in his videos. They're in his YouTube videos. There are screenshots of him on Instagram shooting guns. I didn't know somebody that what do you call it, has a domestic with violence can own guns, but supposedly they're not his. So I guess that's just hearsay.
That was a lie then, because at the courts he was asked if he owns any weapons and he said no.
But of course he's gonna say no. Come on, this is Jody we're talking about. He's like, oh yeah, sure. Let me get him back to the house. I'll grab him and I'll bring him back to you. He'll lie. The dude's a fucking compulsive liar. Half the time I think he believes his own shit. And he uses the fact that, or he just thinks that most people, like 98% of people, are really stupid and they're going to believe everything he says.
I
Which
feel bad for
unfortunately, some of his fan base kind of proved that's kind of true, because you got to be a complete idiot to think that this guy's telling the truth. But at the same time, keep in mind, probably about 75% of his fan base, maybe 80%, they're trolls. They're literal trolls. They just sit around waiting for him to start shit with somebody so they could go after them.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, that's their, they're sitting in their basement, He's got fans he's got fans and supporters of his that are literally on, like, how are you going to be begging, like, some government agency to give you money to help feed your family, but then you'll keep on buying his t-shirts and his hats? Like, that's his fan base. Like, I won't feed my family. I'll buy a t-shirt, a hat, and then I'll have to beg the government or some kind of assistance program to help support my family. And that's verifiable, by the way. That's happened with a certain mod.
Okay, sorry about that.
Messaging
people too.
Mods that initially told me when it all went down 2 years ago, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I hope she's okay. Are you doing okay, Vinny? If I could do anything for you. And you know that because I gave you the receipts on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what they do, immediately burned me, blocked me, and then started talking shit about me after knowing me within his group for the last couple of years. And acted like they were my friend.
True. I have to say this is all true.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? That's just what I expect with that. Anybody, whether they were a friend with Jody in the past or the present, past, I could deal with that, because apparently that person either got burned by him or was smart enough to get away from him. But anybody that'd be cool with Jody now, I would avoid them like the plague. I'd treat them the same way I treated Jody and just avoid them with like fucking don't come near me. Because you can't sit here and support that man and not see what he's doing to people.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, you can't. It's unavoidable. Maybe he's been able to hide things in the past, but that thing with Patty, it can't be hidden. It's all public record. You can go in here and look for yourself and realize what a piece of crap and how he lied through that whole shit. Which, by the way, there were other people that had said things about her and put videos and joined that little clique, and they never apologized for what they did to her. Which I think is fucking sad. Like me personally, if I would have watched all that shit, or I would have watched that goddamn fucking, what was that old show where everybody's like all the celebrities are in a box, and then they're all like trying to, X's and O's, and you're like, if you get the right answer.
Hollywood Squares.
Yeah, it was like a fucking.
I had you first, but Mike got.
Yes, it was like a dollar store fucking Hollywood Square fucking edition of talking shit about somebody.
Yep.
And if I would have watched that and and then put it on my shit and then talk shit and make it must be true and all this other shit, I would have felt like a jackass after the court case was over and I seen that, and I probably would have reached out either personally or made a video saying I must have been wrong, because if I wasn't wrong, she would have lost. But clearly I was wrong, and there's certain things, if you read the records, that were proven that she didn't lie about. A lot of things. But nobody will go back and apologize on it, because you know what? They're still getting views on those videos.
And that's sad.
I'm sorry. I'm cool. Listen, and some of these people, I don't know, but I'm cool with them. But I got to be fucking for real. Listen, it's like if you knew me, like if you hang out with me in real life, you're my best friend. I know you for years. If you're fucking up, I'm going to be like, yo, dude, chill.
Yep,
you're fucking up. And I'm only telling you that because I'm your friend.
Mm-hmm.
So if any of those people see this, that I was cool with, and now start talking shit about me also, do what you got to do, dude. Like I have no problems with you, but I just got to call. I'm not calling you out. I'm just letting you know, like you probably, you fucked up. You should have went back and apologized or took it down or whatever.
Yeah, several need to.
You know what the bottom line is? Trying to make a few dollars a month on YouTube is easier than getting a fucking job. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. It's easier than being a man. Get a goddamn job. Support your family. Do what you got to do. I'll call any YouTuber out on that shit. Okay, it's cool. You make videos of faking a fucking ghost flying across a fucking bathroom. Okay, that's cool, whatever, and it makes money, and You support your family, whatever. That's cool. You support your family on bullshit. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. As a man that I get out there every day and make it happen for my family, I kind of think you're a piece of shit. I'm just saying, from a man's perspective, I think you're kind of a jackass and you're a piece of shit. Now, if you're older or you're whatever, or you're doing your thing and, you already lived that life, you already raised your kids, you already got past all that, and now you're just kind of doing the YouTube thing and making money on the side or whatever, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. But as like a 20-something or a 30-something-year-old, I wouldn't have been like faking shit online to fool people to make money for my kid. If I was your kid, I'd be fucking embarrassed.
Right? I hear you on that.
Here we go. Bring your dad to work day. His dad's a plumber. He owns a plumbing business. This dad's a carpenter. This dad's an electrician. That dude's dad is a freaking doctor. What about the steel worker dad? That dude's pretty badass. I heard Greg's a cop. Oh, here's my dad, Jody. He fucking fakes everything. Watch, he's gonna come in the room and then a piece of chalk's gonna fall off the board. He's gonna go, "What was that?" And he's gonna try to make you all sign a waiver that he doesn't have to pay you for the fucking video.
Hey, Douglas, welcome.
Come on, be a fucking man, dude. Work a real fucking job.
True. Yeah. And you know what? I'm just going to throw this out there. I got a real job, whether you all want to laugh at me. You guys
Most YouTubers do. Most YouTubers do. But you want to know something? Even for saying, and I'm not taking back what I said. I'm just saying, if you were a genuine YouTuber, like say somebody like Omar, right? I'm going to use him as a reference.
My oven's going off again.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Well, for anybody watching, take Omar for instance. He puts a shit ton of time and money into the editing. He does a lot. Listen, people can say what they want. The videos look good. They come out good. The dude generally tries. So I can't get mad at what that man does. Okay, YouTube was his living. That's fine, but he put a genuine effort into it. Like, he put hard work into it. Whether you agree with him or not, you can see the man actually put hard work into it. So I could get behind that. Somebody like Jody that's trying to use another girl's body to make money to feed his fucking kids, that's a fucking pimp.
Yeah, I have a problem with that.
That's legitimately a pimp. And he tried twice now and failed. And I think the only reason it failed is because it came out both times that he was connected. Came out a lot of places. Came out to his mayor. Came out to the school. Came out a lot of places. So I'm not surprised that, But how long did he think it was going to take the people in that town to figure out what the hell was going on?
Wow.
Go figure.
What's he saying? Sorry. Okay. He's saying, sorry, about a couple years ago, as a person who was bullied as a kid, I fell for Jody's lies that made you look like a bully. A lot of people did. And
he is a bully. But that's the whole thing, is he is a bully. Because if you're in his community and you're within his little, the idiot clique, if you disagree with him or go against him in the slightest way, or a way that he perceives as you going kind of against him, or not just, and going against him with Jody is not a matter of like, oh, I jumped on this other person's, deal and we're both against you now. No, you just disagreeing with him.
Hey, Taz.
Or not liking his ideas is going against him. And he will immediately blackball you.
I know somebody who does that. I'm just saying, you guys know who that person is. So.
Oh, yeah. Or throw fake money at homeless people. Yep, absolutely. But he'll always claim it was entertainment. And, I went back to the homeless guy and I picked it back up. I seriously doubt that.
Very true.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, anybody making money off of YouTube or doing their side hustle with YouTube or making it big, if you're giving it you are being a genuine person when you're on there. You're not lying to people. You're not deceiving people. I can't really say nothing bad about you. Get your hustle on, make your money, do what makes you happy. I'm not here to piss on anybody's sunshine. But when you're making that money on lies and deception and other women's backs and all this other crap, I'm sorry, you're a piece of crap.
I'm like in taking all of this. I'm just like, wow.
We will support.
Yeah, the wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Does anybody have any questions for Vinny out there? Anybody want to know anything?
Yeah, anybody want a question? You want to try to get personal, whatever? If I can answer. Now, the only thing I will not talk about here is, and I've explained this to you even before we ever went this far, is I will not trash another YouTuber.
No,
Other than Jody. The person that personally went after me, him and his wife personally went after me and did shit to me. So I will openly tell you anything about them. When it comes to other YouTubers that I may or may not know about, his friendships and this and that, I will not talk about them because those people never attack me personally, so I can't say nothing on that.
My money
I just think it's right that I don't.
Folds. I like to see you wiggle, wiggle, for sure.
We love you, Pam.
Too Cool for Banshee says, I like this guy.
There's really, I don't think I'm a great guy. I think I'm an okay, I think I'm a decent human being. I think I take care of my kids. I think that whoever was with, you know what? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't even feel that good about myself. That whole thing fucking tore me down. It tore me down horribly. This was over 2 years ago. I wouldn't even talk to another girl no more. I'm not making this up. Anybody that knows me or knows my personal life knows I wouldn't
got
talk
love
to a girl
sick,
anymore.
man. It's
like
it's a real thing.
I'm okay with dying by myself now.
Your left hand's just perfect. You're like enough women.
Yeah, no, I've gotten good.
Enough women.
I almost got my foot to reach now. Like I'm okay with that. Like I don't friends. I've become scared. Like when friends that are outside of YouTube, they're like, "Hey, my cousin is." I'm like, "I'm good. I'm good. Nope. I don't want to be with nobody."
Quit playing with your dinghy.
Pearl goes, where does this guy live?
I live in Florida.
Okay. Were you talking about him or Jody? Jody lives in Georgia.
Sexy girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
And if you're talking about Jody, I believe he lives in Georgia.
He lives in Georgia. He lives just minutes from, and see, that's the whole thing too. Is as screwed up as he was for me, I know where his house. I was there when he went to go look at the new house, not the fucking shitbag, debt trap haunted house. No, when he went, I was there when he signed the papers. When they did the walkthrough of his new house, shit. I was there. I met the agent. I sat at the table when Jody was signing the papers for the fucking house. I could have been a complete asshole after all this and doxed his fucking address. I could have easily did that. But see, I'm not that guy. I'm not going to involve your kids or, I think your wife's a fucking shitbag, fucking Chewbacca looking fuckhead. But what do you call it after what she did to me? Going against me, saying I was controlling, and when all I was ever trying to do was be a nice guy. But whatever.
You're right.
I could have doxed them, but the kids, I would never do that. To be honest, even as screwed up as Jody was to me, I wouldn't have did it to him because it's just not right. Okay, you guys, you're at each other's throats. You don't like each other, but you don't put his house.
Right.
You don't cause problems with that. And we're not talking about a joke. Like that would have been me doxing him. And I knew way before this all went down, like where he lived, where his residence is going to be. He's within minutes of his house, of the haunted house. I know the property. I know the street. But I'm not an asshole. I won't do that.
What about... Hold on, my brain just broke. Gosh dang it. You have a lot built up in you because of what he has done. Like...
I can tell you right now, I could never be physically in front of him.
Wow.
I can't. There's absolutely no fucking way. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I know I can't be in front of him physically. I'm not some fat asshole that pretends to beat up my fucking my fucking stepkid with neurological disease, and that still looks fucking like buffoonery. Jody couldn't find his way out of a fucking paper bag. But Even Jody, I think, might be touched a little bit. So that'd be like me beating up a fat retarded kid.
Right.
But yeah, I can't be in front of. Oh no, there is a ton pent up. Like I said, having other people attack me on it, not being believed, like it was horrible.
And
It was an absolute horrible situation.
That's.
But I let it lie. I was like, screw it, whatever. I'm just gonna back off and whatever. It'll go away, I guess, whatever. But then, like I said, when I got that text at 3:30 in the morning about look what he's doing to Sam, he's getting her to do OnlyFans. He's a producer. That struck a chord with me.
Right.
Even if that girl's too stupid to see what's going on, that some guy wants to be the producer for your OnlyFans, which, by the way, in this day and age, is fucking retarded. Any girl, you don't need a producer. Why would you give somebody else money for what you're showing people? Because there's a billion other girls that go on OnlyFans. You don't have to be a genius to start up the site. Anybody can start an OnlyFans. And as soon as you put like a picture of a headshot, maybe a little shoulders there, you know, whatever, a little cleavage in that picture, and you all of a sudden, yeah, I'll send you pictures of me naked, or I'll do this, or I'll do that. The guys will come running by grows. Why would you need a producer?
Right?
Like, why? So she's dumb as shit. But if she's too stupid to protect herself, I'll do it for her. I'll stop that man from ruining your life. Screw it.
You've kind of
And
done
that-
that.
and that's why I came back out
Emotional
about it.
damage.
Yeah, exactly. Emotional damage, exactly. And that's why I had no problems doing this. See, the one thing Jay had in her corner is she had me in her corner. She told me, I believed her. I took up for her. We got her out of that situation, the whole nine. She's in Tennessee now.
And she's doing wonderful, right?
Yeah, as far as I know, I haven't talked to her in quite some time. She's a lot better than where she was when she was there. Nobody in Tennessee is trying to make her do porn. So they keep their lights on in their fucking haunted house.
That's messed up.
Yeah. Absolutely. He's a disgusting example of a human being. If you can call him that.
You suck, you jackass.
Pearl says, I could physically be in front of Jody. I couldn't physically be in front of Jody. He would be missing the part of an anatomy which says he's male.
These nuts.
Ah! Got him. He didn't finish that, fucker. So,
Yeah, he's something else.
well, we're going
For sure.
into about 2 hours of this, and you know, you guys, you can still, like we said earlier, hang around with who you want to hang around with, support who you want to support.
Absolutely.
But be careful who you support and why you support them. Somebody could be putting a wool over your eyes, and looks can be
People
very
got to
deceiving.
understand that, yeah, you definitely have to take a moment, watch somebody for a while before you really start backing them.
Yep.
And if they're all over the map, it's not a good person to back. Because you came here for a certain amount of content or for a certain personality. When you start seeing that person constantly changing that to make a buck, you probably shouldn't trust them. Bottom line.
Yeah. I agree with you. I'm just reading.
Before we end this, I want to say thank you so much for listening to me.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
believing me when a lot of other people didn't. Now there are one or two other people that did believe me, but they couldn't get involved because of things that you know about. Because it would have affected other things.
Yep.
But you're like one of the only other people that believed me through this, and I thank you so much.
He showed me receipts, and what
thank you
did
for
I
giving
say
me
to
a
you?
voice. Like,
That's what
finally
I want.
actually
I
have a
need
voice.
receipts before, and what happened to you and everything else. I'm so sorry, because you missed out on things and you went MIA because of what had happened. But yeah,
And I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm hoping that once this comes out, that other people will come forward.
I hope so. I'm not a
I'm
big
hoping,
channel.
because I know I'm not the only one. There's no way I'm the only one. I know of other people that have been done really, really dirty by this man. And I'm not saying names. And if you get to see this, I hope that you come forward too, and you just go ahead and just tell people how it is. And tell
Who posted my news on Twitter.com?
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
You know, people, like my people never even knew who you were. My family, my audience, never knew who you were. But, you know, they know who he is. And like you said, you have no reason to lie. I've seen receipts, people. I really have. It's the truth, everything. So,
like you said, you have it all. You can share it with anybody that's interested. You know how to get in touch with me.
Yeah.
If
definitely.
anybody that's interested, or somebody he's done dirty, or whatever the case is, wants to go talk to me through you, whatever the case, that's fine. You know me. I told you I'm an open book. I will not make things up that I don't know the answers for. But anything I do have the answers for, and I have receipts, I'll get. I have no reason to lie here. I don't gain anything by any of this.
No, because you're not even a paranormal investor. You're not part of this community.
Yeah, exactly. I just, try to be friends with somebody that I thought was a decent person, and then just, stab me in the back at, the first chance.
And you could have said something 2 years ago, but you didn't think anybody would believe you until now this happened. It's identical.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Also, I did put a second video up.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah, I actually put a second video up, ironically, within about 36 hours of the first video. And everything I said he would do once I put that video up literally happened within that timeline, which we have receipts and I've already shown you for. That all of a sudden he started trying to shut down websites and shut down this and shut down that. But if you look, when they were shut down, it was shut down after I released the video, hours after I released the video. He started doing exactly what I said in the first video.
Exactly. Linda Salmon says women are going to line up for him. Now, the guy up there with you. So you got some fans out there looking at you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
He's
like
single.
I said, I don't expect nobody to take sides. I really don't.
No, they're looking at you as a good thing.
Be careful. Clearly, I'm damaged now, so
But he's single.
Yeah. I'm definitely single, but I'm very much into the whole courtship thing. Like, nobody's getting in my pants that fast. Like, I want to be able to wine, dine, go do things, get to know people. That's always been my MO. And it was the same thing with that girl. Let me show you what I can do and what I want to do for you first before you make up your mind and we move past to the, whatever. But I'm not even looking for that right now. Jody got me freaking scared of dating.
Yeah, I hear you. You're traumatized from that. I get it.
Yeah.
But when you have a chance, can you drop your link in chat?
I don't even. Oh wait, yeah. Okay.
These people want to follow you.
Hey, babe, don't forget we have other business on the chart too, so don't end it.
Oh yeah. What happened to him?
He probably made a mistake to go get his link. I bet he'll be back. So I'm gonna leave it to you.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
See, I just proved to everybody, dude, I'm not into YouTube to make money because I just had an issue with the cell phone. I'm not that clever, folks. Ask me how to build a house, I got you all day long. Ask me how to make $1 million on YouTube. I can't tell you. I don't know. Kick doors and fake ghosts going behind you and act like, holy shit, like the whole fucking room's attacking you like Jody does. And you'll make money. I don't know. You'll probably have to supply them with the link. Because if I touch this thing again, we're going to probably stuck with me MIA again.
Okay.
What's his channel name? Channel name and what's the icon look like?
I'm not convinced, and it should be the icon of a I believe it's a. I think it's Fry from Futurama. I think.
The cartoon guy.
Yeah.
Yep, that's him. I found it. Here we
yeah,
go.
I got you. Yep.
Here we go.
There we go.
Got it.
I'm gonna beat you, baby.
And then also, so everybody knows too. Yes, I have the comments shut off in that video because I don't want you guys, and I don't want his fans. I don't want people to argue over this. There's nothing to argue over. The proof's in the pudding. I don't want other people arguing and becoming targets, or I didn't do this to start problems with other people in the paranormal community. This is a matter of me just getting the word out. So that's why I have the comments off in those videos. I could have very easily left them on.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm not here to let you guys argue amongst yourselves or all this, that. No, it was here to put it out there for his fans to see, and they can do what they want with the information. But again, like I said, I come with receipts. There's nothing I didn't say in the first video that come true by the time the second video came out. The proof.
I gotta see the second video. I haven't seen that yet, so I'll have to check it.
Yeah, the second one's up there. It's not long. It's only like 7 minutes long. It starts with me laughing and all this other, weird shit because I was laughing because everything I said in the first video wound up happening. He clearly tried to distance himself from the whole OnlyFans horror horny porn crap. Oh yeah, he started deleting everything.
Okay, there we go. Okay, everybody. Hey, look at that. We got Manson Archives in the house. Hey, what's up, James? What's up?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, we were gonna have James up here, but he's been busy. He's tired. I get it.
He's
He just don't
probably
like
wearing something too seductive for the.
Yeah.
Jay, did you see? I sent you a message on Facebook. Oh, no. Okay,
Yes,
you got it. Okay, you got it. Yeah. I just want to wait. Yes, I definitely want to wait on that.
Yeah. Okay. So those of you that were wondering what we were talking about, other business, we're gonna deal with it another.
Yeah. Today's just been a long, amazing day. I want to say because things have been said, things were brought up. Yeah, it's a PSA day. I guess that's how you want to say it. PSA day.
Yep.
So anything else you want to say? I'm trying to think what to ask you. And I mean,
Well, I tell you what. We can do another one whenever.
Oh, a Q&A.
Yes, absolutely. You can do a Q&A. Possibly within your world, the paranormal community and your fans or whatever. If they want, they can send you questions.
Yep.
And then you could have a Q&A with me, and I will answer them honestly. Like I said, I'm not going to lie and make something up that I don't know, or I'm not going to say something that's untrue. I'm only going to say the truth.
Right.
But
show the
we
proof.
we could definitely do that. And then maybe, who knows, maybe we'll show some receipts.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Because a lot of those receipts are my property. So.
Yep. And it has comments on, yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Girl says you are safe with us. So see, this community, they open up to you guys, people that, that come in, and they're very friendly, very loving. Everybody here. And, I don't think any one of them's going to ask, oh, I better see that receipt. Not the people we got 30 people in the house right now. I'm not a big channel, but you know what? These whichever way it is, these people are my family.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And from the looks of it, they want you part of their family too.
And I appreciate it. I am like I said, I'm not a big paranormal person. I never made like I was. You knew my feelings on it. I don't think it's fake. It was just something I never showed interest in.
That's good. You don't want my opinion of Jody Dean.
Oh yeah.
And this guy, he's known Vinny for quite some time, so.
Yeah.
And you guys know I wouldn't bring somebody on here that's going to lie and deceive.
No, we don't want that. And again, all the receipts I've shown, everything I've had.
Hey, Nike.
You know, Jody was the person to always make threats and sue and all this other stuff. He's never done that to me. He will never address this formally with me. He'll never come at me straight with it. He'll use his fans or other YouTubers to do his dirty work because, again, it's all truth. I had no reason to lie about anything.
Nike's like, Jody who?
Yeah, exactly.
This week on Wednesday, 8:30, he had a heart attack. Well, oh no, Jack, I am so sorry. Many prayers out to you, man. And
I'm sorry to hear that, Jack. I don't know you, but I'm very sorry to hear that. That is horrible. I'm sorry to hear that.
And also Tanner Banks that comes in. He's an upcoming, paranormalist, and I love that word, paranormalist. He's like 28 years old, and he's been really, really sick. So if people in chat know who he is, can you please send out positive vibes and prayers for him, because the doctors don't even know what's going on with him right now. He's just been sicker than a dog.
Well, I'll tell you one thing too. There are certain people in your community that I want to possibly reach out to and maybe do a ride along.
Okay.
On a hunt. Because like I said, I've never said it's fake. I don't think that the paranormal community is fake. I've just never had any interest in it. But I am slightly, I'm curious what's past, what we got going on here on this planet. I'm definitely interested in it. It was hard for me to find interest into it again, because after being friends with fucking Jody, you just think everything's fake.
Yeah.
You watch Jody for 15 minutes and you're a believer that your life's like a candle. When it gets blown out, that it must be done. It's not. It's either done or it's like what Jody says, and it's a fucking circus.
Yep.
So it was hard for me to believe. Which, by the way, he told me in front of his mansion that it was all staged from day one. He told me that, I swear to God on my kids, in front of his haunted mansion. No, sorry, Vinny. I've seen one or two things, but yeah, pretty much most of it I faked because it's YouTube. I got to make money. Jody's exact words to me. Those were his exact words to me in front of his haunted mansion 2 Halloweens ago. I swear, my grandfather, my father, my kids, everybody.
I believe you. And I'm pretty sure these people believe you too. And people who know Jody's probably said things like that, but they haven't come forward. And Tez says, it's okay to say you're a skeptic.
I'm not a skeptic per se. I've just never witnessed anything myself. So when you're somebody like me who's kind of like borderline, like, is it true? Is it not true? You're not a skeptic against it, but you're not pro for it because you've never actually witnessed anything. And then you watch people like Jody and certain other people online. It'd be real easy to become a non-believer.
Yes.
I think the only reason I never said it's fake is I'm Catholic. I was raised Catholic, so I believe in an afterlife and I believe in all things. So for me to be narrow-minded and think that the afterlife only consists of just this, that, like we die and just go straight to that, there can't be a middle ground or spots where people are kind of held back because of feelings or places or things, it'd be very narrow-minded of me not to be like, okay, that could happen. But if, you watch Jody, you think that, there's a fucking spirit in a pair of Nikes.
Right?
They got trapped there by some, voodoo guy or whatever, so I just think it was about time.
Don't forget the 3/4 shorts.
Yeah, the 3/4 shorts. Yeah, exactly. So I'm definitely interested, and I've been following you guys, and you know this. I've told you this off camera that I've been following and watching people, like yourselves and some other paranormal people. I watch your stuff behind the scenes, and I do it under different names or whatever the case is, or I just don't comment when I watch the stuff. I'll just put a like. It's definitely interesting. I just don't want.
If that's something talk to, goddamn James, I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah.
And watch a lot of these other people. I wouldn't say they're they go out and do paranormal stuff, but they support, and definitely like there's never I would never fake anything that's not Mistal. Even Willow right there. Willa. Jay's hitting things. Oh my God. There we go. Okay. There's a lot of people in here that don't fake. And my videos can be boring. I don't fake. That's for damn sure. And I don't know how to edit. So pretty much my videos drag on. I'll just speed up if it's really quiet and stuff like Yep. Kelly fakes it all. Oh no. Oh no, hold on.
Yeah, but Kelly's is like, oh, and you got a call. Hey, I'm just kidding. Welcome, Kelly. Good to see you. Welcome. Nike says, I have to fake, I have no need to fake anything. It's too active here to fake anything. But hang on. I was trying to see what...
Yeah, I certainly do not doubt that a lot of people that are sitting here watching this tonight, all the YouTubers, all the people in the paranormal community are not faking things, because I've seen what it looks like when somebody's faking something or been around people that have faked things. And I've seen a lot of stuff by several of you people, and I've never thought once anybody's faking anything. I mean, can you like kind of hyper focus on something to try to get your point across here? Absolutely, that's not faking. That's just focusing on whatever it is you think that's going on there, which I can respect, and I'm glad you do, because there are a lot of things that you guys see that I would never catch as like the layman in the paranormal community. Like, I don't know enough about the paranormal I would miss things that you guys focus on, and I get it. Some of you guys might think that some of your videos are boring or whatever. Trust me, it's not boring. I sit there and watch people's videos. Solo Paranormal put out that video a couple of days ago of that house, and it was like 10 hours long. I must have watched like 8.5 hours of that thing.
Yeah, yes. And, you know, it's funny, right? We've seen every single episode of Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, and this and that. And when you've seen all that stuff, and then somebody else does a long investigation like that, it's like binge watch. You know, you're just there and, you know.
Something, Jay, something that I felt over the years, really, it's kind of a shame. Before, you know, whether it was like paranormal or even like horror movies and stuff like that, sometimes I felt like it was scarier to like be kind of addressed with the unknown. Like, this is what's being said about this object, and this happens and that happens.
Yeah.
You know, and as a viewer, I watch, I'm like, oh man, that's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
But a lot of these other YouTubers got to the point where they're trying to show you exactly what's going on, and they got to fake it to make it look like this is what's happening. It's happening.
Right.
And it takes the scariness away. It takes the fear, or it takes away my wanting to know more about this thing. You know, it's so less enjoyable. Like, I can sit there. You can go on let's say a haunted location, right? You guys go to a haunted location, and you guys are saying, okay, well, there's a backstory to this and this and that, and it revolves around this thing. You know, I'm like, oh man, okay, that first of all, that area looks kind of creepy. It's giving me goosebumps just seeing that house or that location where they're at or whatever. And of course, even with paranormal, let's face facts, you still got to hold viewership. There's not fakeness to it, but you can add a little bit more drama to it by being, okay, well, I'm not going to go there during the daytime when there's 100 people visiting the cemetery, some guy's crying over his daughter, somebody's walking a dog in the background. I'm going to go there at night, so it gives a little more ambiance. That's not faking. That's just ambiance. It's helping the viewer kind of like be immersed in the situation. You know, and then
Right.
you go to the
Totally.
house, or you talk about that person, and we think that sometimes they're seen on this bridge or whatever, and you're showing it at nighttime. That's what I want to say. When you have a fucking dummy on a fucking rope swinging in the background, fucking, you know, while you're screaming, "Holy shit, the world's ending!" What do you call it? I don't think that's
Yeah.
scary. That's foolish.
No.
It makes me not believe in that anymore.
I seen him. He go out. He jumped out of the car one day to chase his stalker, and then he maced his stalker. But the mace went. It was like I pissed farther than that thing. I was like,
Yeah,
"What are you doing?"
The
dude?
stalker that
This
shows
is
up.
so silly.
The
It's got to be
stalker
his kid, I think.
Yes.
It is his kid. And ironically, anywhere he goes, this stalker is there before he gets there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
It's a show.
We need to give the stalker his own fucking channel because he's like ℙ𝕆𝕄𝕄𝕋. He can predict where somebody's going to be before they fucking get there. The crazier part is that it's
the real thing. Do you think he gets paid?
The kid?
Do you
Absolutely
think?
not that kid. There's no way.
You don't think the
Jody
stalker
Sherritt-
gets paid, man?
No, that stalker is not getting paid. And again, like I said, Jody said he's using. And I'm impressed with the son at this point if he's a stalker because Jody's using Randonautica to find a location, and then the kid knows that Jody's using some random app to bring him to a location and beats him there.
Right? He's like Jason and Friday. Even like Jason got a paycheck, man. You know, Leatherface got a paycheck. You know, all the good stalkers got a paycheck. What's up, man? Come on, dude.
He should be paying
Give the
that
kid some kicks, man.
Oh, that's true. But that's right. He tried to get the kid paid by using a PayPal for him to try to get fans to send him money.
Why did he get banned off of his or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what happened with that PayPal thing, to be honest. I know he posted the video. He asked his fans to send money to him, to the stalker.
Right.
And then he still brings it up once in a while in his latest videos, because now apparently he's at odds with the stalker again. And he says, after I tried to help you.
Do you remember the Rolex at the dumpster?
Yes. Yes.
I'm like, shut up, man. Just stop. Even the fake ones, nobody leaves that shit. I mean, you know, I'm just going to put a fake Rolex over here, you know.
Yeah, no, they're horrible. His video, it's, for me, it's unwatchable.
And then there was the day there was two of those guys, and one of them was armed. And then you get the dude coming up from behind the dumpster with like a knife like this long. I'm like, come on, man. This guy would be on the ground talking to the cops in 30 seconds. And they're going, he got away.
Yeah, the guy with the giant knife got away.
Yeah, in the Halloween mask and the jumpsuit. Yeah, where'd he go? In his pajamas.
Yep. Or maybe, what about, this is one thing I can't despise, that I cannot stand that he does. I've seen videos where he's gone to cemeteries with supposed bounty hunters were his security while he's at the cemetery. People actually coming in there to pay respect to their loved ones or whatever are coming into the video. He tries to portray like, oh, what are they doing here? I think they're watching us. Like, better be careful. Da, 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 da. Dude, those are just random citizens coming in.
He turns the mourners into characters.
Yeah, in his videos, absolutely. That is friggin' shameful. Who would do that?
Guys, it's like watching Mountain Monsters. That's all we're gonna say. It's just a show.
Yeah, absolutely.
it's just a show.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, exactly.
Some of it's funny.
Yeah. Well, the unfortunate part is whenever he's confronted by this, he will go on that. Oh, the people know it's only entertainment.
Oh, well, yeah.
You'll never hear him say it in a video. He'll never say it in a video.
I don't think did you ever hear Mountain Monster say it?
No.
So, you know what I mean? So, I mean, here's the thing. If he's gotten away from faking real paranormal to just an entertaining show of some sort, well, so be it. But, you know, the other creepy stuff is just creepy, and that's like finding out, oh, wow, what was his name? R. Kelly. Oh, man, R. Kelly did something, and then all turned out to be a weirdo in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Jody is he's definitely a weirdo in the background. There's no doubt about that.
He may put on a good show, but it's like, you know, you hear so many stories, and then you start to wonder, right? It's like, right, wait a minute now. It's like the Jackson stuff. You'd hear a story, then wait a minute now, what's going on, you know?
Yep. Oh yeah. And it's not till
I'm not comparing Jody to Michael Jackson in any way.
Oh no, definitely not.
I'm talking about just the progression of rumors and
absolutely
kinky shit in the end.
Yeah, exactly. But at least, you know, even with that being said, the man still had talent, unlike Jody.
Yeah, well, that too. Yeah. But the end of that one finger in that white glove was a little dirty.
Yeah, it's a little I'm sure it was a little
Little
stinky.
poop stain on that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's a little stinky. Oh, maybe we can talk to Jody. Could probably contact him and find out about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Who was it? Spirit Box, like, I don't know. Yeah, he's done that. Emmy, why did you leave me up? Emmy! Oh, my God. Are you trying to do the meatloaf?
Oh, it's the meatloaf.
You need any, like, tools from the garage to do anything with it?
Tools from the garage.
Hey, it's the wife's meatloaf, man. Good Lord. Oh, man, she stuck me on this one. This is a hot one.
Yeah.
Rastafari, finally. Shaggy's on stage, feeling eerie now. Yeah, I am, too.
Nice.
Oh, she's talking about. Are you talking about some? She's into hip hop music and stuff. She may be talking about something else.
Yeah.
Because that's an awful lot of letters just to crack a joke on me. So I think she's probably talking about. There must be some kind of music thing going on.
Okay, very nice.
Oh, she said, "Oops, wrong chat." Yeah, she's talking about some music video or somebody's on stage somewhere.
I'm back. You guys. So I just want
amen. Yes, I did.
Is the meatloaf okay?
Yes, it's okay. I want to ask you: are you still friends with Jody Dean?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking not.
There you guys, folks. You heard it
Yeah, absolutely not. I would no. Ever since that went down, I have not spoken to him.
And you were friends again, people. He was friends with them 7 years before all this shit happened.
Yeah. Supported him any way I could, whether it was like they're helping him out, giving him stuff to sell, or giving his kids stuff, or fixing stuff at that stupid ass house that he bought, the spooky bullshit. Whatever I could do to help him, no problem. He knew all he had to do was call me, text me, whatever. I got your back. But once he did that thing with the porn thing with Jessica, I might as well just say her name, Jessica. I mean, it ain't like we're fooling anybody. Everybody knows who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Ever since he did what he did with her, I have not spoken to him. He tried reaching out once or twice after that, which I'm sure he was just trying to shut me up. But I wouldn't even answer him.
Jack has a question. I have a question. Do you think what would somebody go into a cemetery or think? Would somebody go into the cemetery? What time? I go to the cemetery anytime. The nighttime. That is more for. I mean, it's more to scare. If I go at night, all of my senses are open. It's more of a scare factor, because a branch touches you, you're like going to scream and freak out till you debunk it. But you can, heightens the experience, like Jay would say. It heightens it. I go to them during the daytime. I enjoy cemeteries. Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. The pollen here has been off the charts. And so I've been learning to drink water more. Clears out more than Pepsi. Oh. He's not even human. Maybe he's a demon or something like that. Could be. I'll say. Could be. There's a possibility.
I was leaning more towards piece of shit, but we could go with demon. That's cool.
I like to say douchebag and cunt. So.
Oh, he's definitely the C word. He is the C word all day long.
Yeah, Jay wants. Oh yeah, definitely. That's a given. Oh shit! Willis says that's insulting a demon.
Exactly.
So, but shit, we went another 30 minutes over the 2-hour time. Wait, hold on. One more. Judy Dean goes to family graves that was just murdered to sit on their stones and does a freaking video and upload. Yes, he does.
Views. It's all about the views with him, and he'll do anything to get them.
Oh my God, one of my besties say, I like cemeteries, free flowers everywhere. People just leave them there. Weird. Just a joke. But yeah, that's true. And Jay actually has a story about how he stole flowers from a cemetery. I wasn't with him, didn't even know him, but that's another story. Oh my God, Emmy, your allergies are killing me. I know, right? Trying to clear up my throat, shit like that. That's crazy. So we will do, shit, we still got 25 people in here, but hey, we will do another update, find out how Mr. Single is doing.
Oh.
You women are following him now.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Careful, ladies. Careful.
Now I got a bubble in my throat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we will definitely touch back. We'll come back on this at some other another date and time. Like I said, and we'll work something. We'll figure it out. And
yeah.
And again, we don't really need to do any to make it more entertaining than what it is. I mean, just talking about that man is just.
And I just want to mention to people too about clout. I'm not doing this for clout. I have friends who actually have very big numbers, more than 15,000, more than 25,000, more than 100,000, even more than 300,000. But I've never used my friend for clout, and I'm never going to use this one for clout. I'm just saying. Nobody out here will go. I'll go to the cemetery with you. Oh, Sudafed, that might work. Tez, you and I got to hook up. I got to come up and meet you. Definitely. But with all this being said, everybody, I'm trying to see anybody else got anything? Nope. I'm looking at my messengers. That's all my dings and stuff like that. Oh, who's this up here with me? This is Vinny. This was a good friend of Jody Dean's. He'd known Jody Dean for about 7 years, and he finally needed to come out and tell people, and okay, Nike is all about receipts. Definitely.
That's good. I'm glad you have all the receipts.
Nike loves receipts. I mean, she will not take anybody's word unless I can't even speak. Oh my God. Anyways, she won't take a person's word unless they're like, you know what? Come at me. If you're going to come at me, show me receipts. Otherwise, don't say anything to me. Is how she is. And I know, right, Tess? 420 in Hawaii. Cheers. It is 420 in Hawaii. Smoke weed every day. So, it was his friend. Yeah, he was a friend of Jody. So he knew Jody outside of YouTube, more in a personal matter. I don't know if this place haunted, but heard some noises inside the bunkers. I can tell you this, you can find your backyard being haunted, honestly. Jody Dean, love their sausage. Oops, wrong person. Never mind. You can go into a grocery store because you don't know the history of the land. And with that being a battlefield, I can probably almost guarantee there's some activity that's probably going on there. That would be a place I'd love to go investigate. Just see what I get. Definitely. Even if I don't get anything, I still put my stuff on air because all of us that know about the paranormal, it's like fishing. If you're fishing, you're going to sit there for hours. One day they may be biting all day long, so you're going to get your evidence. Fish, like fishing, you get your fish. Investigating, you're going to get evidence back and forth. But there's days you go on fishing and you don't even get a bite, and you sit there. Fishermen know this. They sit there 2 to 15 hours because it's something they love, something they enjoy, whether they got a bite or not. And that is how the paranormal is. You know, I will stay there all day, even if I don't get anything. You know, and just try to even open up that communication and let them know, you know, there's people here that really want to talk to you, want to know your side, want to hear, you know, about what's happened in your past, you know, and stuff like that. So maybe I can catch a spirit like fishing with, oh my God, here, fishy, fishy. But that's how I feel. That's what I would put investigating is very similar to fishing. You got to have a lot of patience. It's got to be something you love. You know, if you don't like sitting there hours on end, it's not for you. Just saying. And what Tess says, I'm surprised the friendship lasted that long. Word has it he doesn't keep friends for, friends for long before he screws them over. And
well, again, see, me and his relationship lasted as long as it did is because I wasn't in YouTube. Other than, you know, all getting, you know, asking me questions, me giving him advice, or just talking in general, and just like regular guy stuff, I had nothing to offer him. There was nothing of mine that he could take from me.
Yeah.
Until he gave me something that he can actually take from me, which was Jessica. He put her in my life and then took her out of my life by trying to get her to do porn and getting her, you know, drunk and all this other crap when she shouldn't have been drinking at the time and all this other stuff.
Recovering addict.
But you see, that's how it was. There was nothing to take from me that he could use and make money for all those years. But the girl in my life then realized, oh, I could use said girl that's staying in my house to try to do porn and make money off it, and then he took it from me. Mm-hmm. So he said, so he did take something from me.
And that's where the friendship ended.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years, and he's been, I bet Jody's crush smells like fish. Oh, shit. That's
Wouldn't
funny.
doubt it.
I wouldn't even get that close. Even going to Florida is too close to Jody. I've done paranormal for 22 years and maybe had 2 accidentally paranormal things happen. So I believe patience and time. Exactly. You know, okay. and how you communicate with them too. You know, some people go at them aggressively. That's not me. No way. I'm really friendly. I show respect. If they do something, you know, with one of my equipment, say thank you. I say please. And, you know, and sometimes I do joke around as a funny matter because you know what? These people or these spirits were human at one time and they probably joked around too, you know, and they probably loved to laugh. So
so what you're saying is basically you don't do like, you know, Jody and scream at them and talk about putting your dick in their ass if they don't get out of the house now and all this other shit.
No.
Like, oh, you don't do that?
Nope, don't do that. No,
I can almost guarantee I can almost guarantee you if the ghost is actually there, for the homeowner, it's going to probably be much more violent after it deals with Jody.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, shit, pal. The only thing I'm ever aggressive with is a cup of coffee.
I could get behind that, Pam.
Lulu, you got to go outside? Let me let my dogs out just a moment.
Just leave me here by myself.
Damn my throat. Okay. So again, let's try to make this the last time we say goodbye because oh shit, 32 people are in here.
Becky's live. She's got a couple over there. She's got 4 over there. I'll drop her link.
Drop her link, and definitely people can go over there and visit Becky. Show her some, you know.
There you go. You just did it.
You actually did it under my name.
Well, yeah, but I'm under your name.
My name?
No, I'm on the StreamYards, and you're running the StreamYard right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's why it's doing it. So, I want to thank you, Vinny, for coming on here and opening up, trusting in me to help you get your, you know, what you need to get out and stuff. No highs for Jenna. And again, I will definitely have you back. We will do a Q&A, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Check up on you, see how you're doing, you know?
Thank you for being gentle with me. I appreciate you guys. You know, this was, you know, I can't say fun because the topic is sore.
Sensitive, very sensitive.
It's very sensitive for me. But it needs to be out there, and I appreciate you give me that outlet. Give me, you know, being somebody that actually let me talk about it and get it off my chest. You know, it's different for me to talk into just, you know, talking to my cell phone and there's nobody here.
I'd like that. I can talk to the camera. I have to have people in front of me.
Yeah, with this, it was almost like, you know, almost like therapy. Like I can actually talk to somebody, and you know, somebody will just sit there and listen. I don't need you to agree with me or disagree with me. Just sit there and listen, an actual person. And this was one of those subjects that I never had nobody to talk to about. So I appreciate it. And thank you so much.
Yeah, not a problem. Again, you guys, you got his link. Definitely check him out. I will have him back up here. And for you single women, he's single.
Oh, here we go again. All right.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I would need fucking therapy after being friends with Jody. Well,
Yeah,
all you guys are his therapy right now.
Yeah, and I appreciate all of you guys. I really do. Whether you're his fan or you're not, or you know, you share between her and him and whatever, I still appreciate you for sitting here listening to me. I have nothing against his fans. I really honestly don't. I don't want to come off that way. Like I don't like his fans. I don't. I'm fine with his fans. I'm fine with anybody but Jody. That's just the bottom line.
Beth is single. Just throwing that out there. That's another single woman. There you go, women. There you go.
Well, I'll let you go.
And
again, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you guys. Jay, I appreciate you. Thank you for take care of the sound and everything else, dude. You are absolutely awesome, brother.
Hey, nice meeting you, man.
A pleasure meeting you. You guys have a wonderful night. I'll hop off of here to let you do your final goodbyes to your fans. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
Much love. You have a good night.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye. Now let's get my okay. So with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for sitting back listening. You know, some people may say it's a drama stream. It wasn't. Like, the paranormal has really gone downhill, and we know part of where the source started. So, you know, it just needed to be said, need to be out there. Vinny needed a platform to actually show receipts if we need to show them. I seen the receipts. Needed a place where he needed to talk about it because, like he said, he really had nobody, and it needed to be said. I'm just saying. He's just saying. Y'all just saying. But until then, I had so many of you guys in here. I want to thank you so much. No drama, just talking. Yeah, and that's all it was just talking. And okay, hold on. Well, hopefully he keeps his head up and also be strong for himself, and hopefully he will find somebody. Oh, Jack, thank you so much. And Jack, I give many prayers about your father. Positive vibes going your way to help you and your family out. Okay. Also, you guys send some love and some prayers for Tanner Banks. I really appreciate that. There's a difference between, okay, here we go. There's a difference between drama and truth. Vinny had so much to get off his chest. He did. And, you know, he held a lot in. There was no yelling. Really, there was no bashing. It was just truth being said, and that was it. I gave him a platform, or as he calls it, I gave him a voice. And, you know, thanks for coming up, Vinny. We really do appreciate it. All these people really do appreciate it, and you've got some new friends. Yep, he had to move twice and was being threatened, so he deserves to tell the story. Exactly. Very, very true. So with that being said, my hair's a mess, my dinner's done, my dog is barking, but you guys, thank you so much for coming in and supporting me and my host, my guest. I guess I had a guest. Joe's my host, my guest. But until then, you guys, much love. Y'all take care. And you have a good night. Peace.